Hello, Internet.
Hey.
You asked you
I
wanted
literally
to do
asked
it.
you to do. I did. I asked for this, and then I was like, oh wait, I gotta be ready.
Yeah. So, hello, Internet. Lindsay is a teensy bit under the weather, so the rest of us are going to be doing announcements and such, so she can save all her DM energy, her BDME, something like that. Yep. Anyway, let's see. We've got lots of stuff happening here at GGK. We're here for another episode of Tidefall, one of our D&D 5e campaigns. But let's see. It was yesterday, right? Or no, the day before. When did we do Observer, Morgan? Was it Monday night?
Day before.
Yep, so Monday night, Morgan and I did a spooky stream, kind of following on the heels of her spooky stream last weekend of Oxenfree. You can go watch. He did all of that in a sitting, full playthrough. I started Observer, and Morgan was kind of hanging out with me in voice comms as moral support. But we didn't really get to anything too spooky yet. Go watch it out. It'll be the world building for the game, and it's probably going to start getting real spooky and creepy. But that brings us to tonight, Tidefall. Sorry the schedule's been a bit all over the place, but we're doing it this week and next week to make up for it. Tomorrow we've got The Return of All Myths Are True. Friday, Morgan and I will figure out some kind of spooky stream to do as well.
Friday Night Frights.
Woo! Yep. Then Saturday is going to be Saturday Night Sarthia. We're back to that again. Still in hell. Still gonna be there for a while, but what can you do? Then Sunday night or Sunday afternoon, unless you guys are gonna go into the evening as well. Slaying 101.
Another spooky stream. Yay!
Yep.
Be there for costumes.
Yes.
Stay for games.
Yep, there will be costumes. I'm sure they will be great. And then I don't think it's going to be this Monday, but just so you're all aware, we are kind of figuring out the next Motley Monday coming up, and it's going to be something real special. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And then next Wednesday, like I said, will also be Tidefall, and then that's the week's scheduling. So that's a lot of stuff. You can find that out on Discord and Twitter and below our faces on this page, and watch our YouTube in case you miss anything, if you can't catch the Twitch VODs before they disappear into the ether. Yeah, I think that's everything. Did I miss anything?
Sound good to me.
You're great. Thank you.
Yep.
Who wants to catch up our lovely audience on what happened last time, seeing how it's been 5,000 years since we played? In game or no? Oh, okay.
Wait, it's time skip?
Oh, God, no.
All our characters are dust.
I love is dead. Surprise. We're coming back with a new party today.
Don't do this to me!
Not again!
Bammy's like, what?
Yeah. I can also do that, seeing as I keep the encyclopedia of notes.
Ah, yes.
True. Everyone chime in with your memories and thoughts and opinions.
Yep. So we picked up last session trying to enact a jailbreak. We had a heck ton of civilians. We picked back up in the middle of combat. Eventually stomped all those snack guards, got all the civilians out, or at least the ones with us. We didn't clean out the entire prison. Started trying to get our way out, and we were following Sherrock, who knew, how to get to the exits and such. But then he started getting us a funny feeling, telling him like, "Hey, you should go this way, deeper into the snack base." And he was like, "Okay, fine." And so it's like, out is that way, but we're going this way. Okay. But following that sneaky feeling, that snacky feeling, kept us from running into any patrols or getting caught. And we eventually found our way into the bottom of a ravine, where we found an ancient entity, which eventually revealed itself as a guardian naga. Basically told us, hey, the Yuan-Ti, they done hacked up in their snake worshipping. There's this snake god. Trying to find the name of said god, Kubalar, who their body was torn asunder to like pin the world down so it doesn't fall apart or something, I think is the gist. And apparently everyone thinks that Kubelar is like super pissed about that and wants to be resurrected and brought back together, but actually Kubelar's like, hey, no, like this is a super important job I'm doing, so go stop the jerks who are trying to take out these pins and destroy the world. And we got to see on the map of Ibarra where these 5 different pins are, and the one closest to us here in Iliomet is kind of shaky and hovering around a bit, being like, hey, something futzy is going on here. So we haven't yet, but we have taken it upon ourselves to go and fix that issue.
Wait, what are we doing?
Well, in the immediate vicinity, we are getting the heck away from the snacks. The Guardian Agua was gonna go heck them up, and we got a bunch of civilians that we got to figure out what to do with.
And then we go save the world.
Yep.
NBD.
You know, as you do on a Wednesday.
We have a to-do list.
Yeah, everyone probably needs to get on the same page a bit. Also, I apologize for the music. I can't hear it at all.
Oh,
So I feel like this is way higher energy. A sudden change.
This is fine.
Maybe. Yeah.
This is
Okay. Good.
This is fine, and it's
chill.
not that everything's on fire. This is fine. This is actually fine.
Great.
Nice.
I'm just gonna be making like wild guesses for music
Nice.
changes this session. Yep.
Should we
Okay.
be giving
So
thumbs up or thumbs down if we like
Yeah.
said music changes?
please.
If we're doing
Got
this, you can probably guess that we're cool.
Yeah, when you guys were kind of jamming, I was like, "Is this right? Like, did I accidentally put on dance music? I can't tell."
I don't think I've ever gone, I really hate this. I'm not a fan.
This is terrible.
I'm not into it.
Worse.
Fine.
Yeah, I don't know the last time I grooved to something I didn't like.
Man, this is bad.
This is terrible.
Hard pass. Oh, speaking of hard pass, you guys just escaped the Snake Mountain. We left off with you coming out of some tunnels.
Escape from Snake Mountain. Anyway, sorry.
Exactly. That's the name of the episodes that I've been naming them. Escape from Snake Mountain, part 1 and 2.
Does that make
Today's-
Bammy the Rock?
Yeah.
I mean, he's beefier than the Rock.
Beefier then. Oh my
He
goodness.
a thick boy.
Bammy could take on Dwayne the Rock Johnson. And not
I'd like
just
to
because
see that
he's
fight.
a fantastic
Chat, let us
creature.
know. Do you think Bammy could take on Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
Vote dragon face emoji or a rock emoji. Is there a rock emoji?
Be a rock
I don't think there is, which means Bammy wins.
By default.
Ah.
So you guys just came out of the mountain. It is the start of dawn. You can just barely see the sun starting over the horizon, which you can't actually see the horizon. Let me put you to where you can see, except for this picture is much brighter. You come out of your imprisonment for whoever knows how long to these like warbly red stone walls, sometimes narrower than others. They're like natural rock bridges and like divots in this, and you're realizing that you are in the Canyonlands or the Rust Falls of the middle of the desert of Iliomet. So however long you were out, you got this far after they captured you and took you to this place. And the door to Snake Mountain is right behind you. What's the plan?
Let's move out, guys. We gotta find a safe place we can rest, that we can keep all these people safe.
Probably won't be able to travel very long though. It's gonna get hot very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have water? Can anyone make water?
I can handle that, and I think Bammy is going to kind of, he's probably still got some, like, a kid on each shoulder, but we'll kind of, transfer one over so he's got 2 there, and just kind of,
Two monkeys.
Yep, he pulls out this, I'm trying to think what it would look like. It's probably, it looks like a water flask, but it is, what was maybe once ornate, but after living with Bammy for a while, it has borne some scuffs and looks a little worse for wear, but not all that much. Certainly in better condition than most of the rest of his stuff. And let me go ahead and get the DMG ready in case we actually need that.
Also, because I forgot to mention, you guys do have like 20-ish people who like also like have pulled out of the narrow pass. There's a bit of milling around. The kids have like kind of stopped crying. Everyone is kind of having that like, you can tell there's like the tail end of adrenaline now. Like all these people are tired, still scared, and just kind of talking of like, oh, like everyone's trying to suggest little plans of like, well, if we could figure out where we are, maybe we could go east to Caliper, or well, and then someone else is like, well, maybe we're more south and we need to just cut around. We need to find an oasis or something. And everyone's just trying to like talk, and no one is really in charge, and like chaos is brewing.
If anyone looks super stressed out, I'm just gonna hand them a candied violet.
That's a lot of people. Like all of them.
She's just like,
It's a side note out.
Do you have enough?
You get one.
But I think seeing that Bambi actually has some experience with this, being a caravan guard, is going to set the children down and is just going to kind of, clap, to get everyone's attention. I can climb up the rocks, try and figure out where we are. I've been all over these deserts, see if I recognize where we are. Stay here, stay in the shade. I'll be back quickly.
Before Bambi decides to start climbing, I go over to him and go, I have a faster way of getting you up there. And I pull out the lute and I play a few chords and I cast Fly on Bambi.
yes.
Just the easiest way to handle this is just think of the direction you want to go. Up, down, the whole thing.
I think Bambi immediately starts thinking of down. He's like, I'm on the ground, and he probably just like starts bending over and like legs sweep out from under him a little bit. It's like, whoa. Oh, okay, I will be back. And zoom!
I must go, my people need me.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything that big fly that fast.
And Bambi, you are very quickly at the top of the canyons, and you can see around.
Mm-hmm.
Roll survival.
Yep.
As you try and get your bearings, it's actually quite pretty. It hasn't been very often that you've come this far south to see the Rust Falls at all, let alone from in the middle of it, on the top of it, looking at like just that wrinkled earth, colorful red sort of a view.
Yep. That is a 15 survival.
15 with your background is plenty, as you are realizing that, let me move y'all. Did I bring you back over? I did. Good job, me. Such a good DM. A+.
Good job.
Thanks. So you're realizing that you are actually here. I know the stream can't see. So you're in like the middle.
I can make it so they can see.
Sure, if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Like you get the idea that you're in like the middle, northeast-ish, mostly middle of the Rust Falls. The city of Rust Rise should be maybe a few days to the northwest, but it will be a bit uphill. And
Rust Rise or Red Rise?
Red Rise, gosh dang it. The city of Red Rise to the northwest. Few days probably at a fair clip. At least for you, it would be a few days. With all these people, you're not 100% sure. But you did come probably maybe even a week's worth south after you were captured. But there are some rivers to the east of you if you want to make a hard go of it, or you're pretty confident you'd be able to figure out some smaller streams and just like small amounts of water to get by, like not to refill water skins or anything, but you're confident that you know where you are and how to get to where the most convenient place to go.
Yep.
And be semi-comfortable doing it.
Okay. I think Bambi spends some time up there, and I'm trying to think, would Bambi know that the spell's going to run out? He probably knows it's going to run out eventually, but doesn't know when. So it's probably...
loop to loops.
Yeah, it's probably up there and it's like, okay. and then just like starts slowly spinning, and I think is going to drift down while doing that.
So you
Oh my
can
gosh,
sort of
That
do
reminds me
that.
of Mary Poppins.
Oh, that's adorable.
They're just like, is it Mary Poppins? When he just like is laughing in his house and just slowly like flips.
Also a bit Willy Wonka-esque, except
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yes.
Is like, is Willy Wonka? Yes, that's the one.
Pretty
So you
sure
have to burp to come back down.
Yeah.
Bambi
Yes,
is very
that's-
good at burping.
That's the trick of my version of it.
That's how you go down.
It's fizzy lifting drink.
Oh,
Oh, forgot to mention, you're probably closer to the city of Red Rise. You could go southeast to Caliper, which might be a little bit easier as it would be more downhill majority of the way. Actually, it just would be downhill overall, but definitely significantly closer to Red Rise. So up to you.
Okay. And so yes, I will come down, confer with Willow, or like, go to speak to Willow.
Okay.
But it's not like, trying to keep this a secret from you two. It's just Bambi knows Willow the best. It's like, this is where we are. We could go to Red Rise, which is closer, or we could go downhill to Caliper, which isn't that where you're from?
yes. I mean, it is quite a big city, and that might be a good place. I don't know where all these people are from, but it might be best if we go where it's closer.
Yes, because it is almost twice as far from here to Red Rise. Red Rise is half the distance as it would be to Caliber from where we are.
Okay. Well, then I think we should do that. We should head to Red Rice. We can take everyone there. You kind of got an idea of where we should go. You've always been very good at directions, so.
Yes. I don't recognize these specific rocks, but I've been through the Rest Falls before.
I think you'll do fine. And just sort of like pats him. Did you have fun flying? It looked like fun.
I think Bambi's going to, try and see if he can bob
It's
back
still
up a
working.
little bit.
It lasts an hour.
I was thinking for some reason it was a minute, but,
Oh, an hour? That's for ages.
but yeah. So this is interesting. I can hit things that are flying now. They cannot hide from me anymore.
Oh, sorry. It lasts for 10 minutes. I was thinking.
So
more
an
than
hour.
An hour.
10 minutes is still forever.
Yeah, but yeah, I think Bambi is going to kind of hover up a bit just so that or no, everyone would still be able to see him just standing up. But it's just like, attention everyone, we are about a week's travel to Red Rise from where we are to the northwest. We can get there. We can go along some waterways. There won't be, water won't be an issue, but it is going to be desert travel. But don't worry, I'm an experienced caravan guard. I know how to get us there and how to keep us safe. You just need to listen and follow directions and don't be an idiot.
One of the kids hanging on your neck is like, I won't. The little nomad children seem totally nonplussed about the idea of traveling through the desert. They're like, y'all.
They're like, "Nyeh." Does anyone seem like concerned about traveling through the desert? Or is everyone like, okay?
Roll insight.
Okay. Insight. I don't remember what my thing is for this. Insight. That is a 16.
Yeah. Most of them are like, okay, like, especially the concept of like, Bambi's like, I got this. And like, if there's gonna be water, everyone's like, it's fine, that's fine. I got this. It's fine. There are a few people who are like, okay.
Mhm.
And then there are some who seem like their health has dwindled significantly being in captivity for however long that they were. And there are a couple people who their just natural personality shines through their exhaustion,
Ah, yes.
if you know what I mean.
Oh, I know.
I expected camels.
All right. Well, is going to assist those who might need some assistance
Okay,
in this endeavor
great.
through motivation.
Motivational speaking. Perfect.
Yeah. Like everything will be fine. Bambi will lead us there. The goddess is guiding us.
Oh, at that they're like, oh, and they like realize like they finally noticed your holy symbol after finally like not being in the dark, not running for their lives, not being surrounded by enemies. And they're like, oh, okay. And a couple of them seem like actually relieved. They're like, oh, okay. Like a representative Orizon is here. Like, we good.
I got
The
you,
goddess
fam.
of mercy is present. And like there's even probably a person who's like, oh, no wonder. Like, they're like, oh, that's why we escaped. Duh. Of course.
Yeah, Shark just pulls his scarf up over his face, and he's gonna stand at the back of our caravan with his longbow.
Okay. And so the vibe I'm getting is you guys are heading out a little ways until it gets too hot, and then you're gonna camp, or
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
get as far away from this.
Okay. What's the strat, Bammy? What's the caravan leader strat? As fast as possible? Stealthy as possible?
No, I mean, I think for now, because even though Bambi would never admit it, he's currently not 100%, is trying to do, an easy route, keeping to the shade, trying to keep things nice and easy for folks.
Okay.
Yeah, this first day, having just gotten out of jail, is going to be as
Rough.
easy as we can do it.
Yeah. Okay, so you head out. At first it is easy-ish. Like it's kind of just walking. The path isn't too crazy. It's mostly soft earth that's been kicked down from the tops of the rocks, blown around, rained around, and like made kind of smooth. Occasionally there are like stumps of fallen trees, some scrub that you need to dodge, maybe some like high knees to get over some rocks. But it's actually pretty nice. Like there are actually some trees that are like rooted all the way down here and go all the way to the top, and it's very almost healing after so long seeing the exact same walls, like smelling the exact same smells, like having no change of view. This is just like very cathartic. Is not the right word, but I'm gonna use it anyway because I got nothing else.
Yeah. And I think as we're going, Bambi, using his Outlander feat of being able to gather food and stuff, is like if he sees a tree that has some ripe food on it, it's just gonna and catch fruit or whatever.
Perfect.
Catch the coconuts as they fall down.
There you
Yes, good video game this. And it just like kind of passes them back, and there's just this little hiker group of just like passing berries and nuts and like other things and just sharing with everybody and making sure it goes along. As I'm gonna say probably about an hour goes, and now like the way that the sun has risen enough, it's still not like high over the canyon by any means, but it's the desert and these rocks radiate heat. So the sunlight is coming in just like kind of, it's still cooler where you guys are, but people are starting to have a hard time, and so I'm going to roll for that. I'm assuming, Bam, you also divvy out water. Dang, most of them are. There's a natural 20 and an 18,
Yeah.
Oh, dang,
and
guys.
then an 11. So these people were motivated
Yeah.
by Willow, by Bammy taking the lead, by candied violets in the mouth. Well done, everyone.
Bambi is holding out on the decanter until we actually make camp. But
Okay, I'm sorry though. What? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Yeah, the children seem to get thirsty faster than the adults, and I assume Bambi with carrying forward that survival roll from before. Whenever you see a tree with fruit, you're able to like dig just enough, like of a little ways, and they have no compunction of just like sipping some kind of sandy water a little bit, and just like they seem adept at like straining it with their teeth and that sort of a thing. These some hardy childrens.
Oh, I'm glad.
Eventually, I will pull out a ridiculously oversized feather fan with bright pink feathers and just start like waving it and like maybe wave it at the kids and on myself and get some people
Ooh.
behind me and just try and keep it nice and
Like, ooh,
mhm,
oh, sorry,
a
Kim.
little something.
You just yelled at me.
You like it?
And as you guys keep going, I just need to do a little clickaroo right here. Just a little clickarooski. And a little glancy poo.
What you glancing at?
Some things.
What you reading there, Lance?
Nothing. So as you guys are walking along, fortunately, Bammy has a pretty good passive perception, and because of his background feature, as you're looking at trees and like foraging, like you specifically said you were, there is like a fork in the path that you kind of are leading people through that seems nice and shady, like super nice. Oh wow! It actually, the ground seems like especially dark here. Wow, like this would be really nice, probably. But like, and there's even a tree down there, and you're like, ooh, look at that there tree. Look at it. Wow, love trees. But then you're like, wait, nope. I've seen these trees. These are bad trees. And so you're able to like, even though it would be so nice to walk down the way, you're like, nope, death. That's a bad tree. And so you take a different fork and you're able to avoid a possible encounter.
Oh.
What was wrong with the tree? It looked like a nice tree. I could have talked to it.
What was wrong with those trees? The magical voice in the sky.
It's a bad tree. So I don't think you know exactly the name for it, but it is a sneaky tree, basically. It, when you walk by it or under it, it like roots around you and like kind of snatches people up. And specifically, like the whorls of the tree actually are hidden, sunken thorns that it then uses to pierce those it has grappled and suck their blood. So it gets its water.
Tree.
Yeah, it gets its water not from any water where it's planted, but from sucking it from living creatures.
That's a tree. Good call. Good call. I don't think I would have had a pleasant conversation with that tree. All right.
Most times I see those trees involved in conversation, there's a lot of
Yeah, no, I don't think any of us are really looking for that sort of conversation today. It's been a lot, so maybe another day.
maybe if we ever come back this way.
I tried.
And Marta's just like, maybe we want to have that sort of a screamy conversation later.
You know,
she's just so welcoming, man. Marta is goals. So you guys continue for a little longer, and the people are starting to droop. Like the pace is starting to falter.
I'll gather some kids in front of me and just like be doing this, like down at them.
Yeah, the kids
the
almost
fan.
seem like asleep on their feet. Like they have had enough.
So I think as soon as we're able to find a place that, you know, probably not going to be able to fit everyone, but some kind of outcropping or shelter, or, you know, bend where we can, you know, shove people and be like, okay, we'll sit down, we'll sleep here for a bit, and not just be in the middle of a canyon pathway.
Would you like to roll me some survival so you can find a primo campsite?
Can I guidance him on this?
You can.
Okay. You gotta add a 1d4
What?
Nice.
to that.
As the cleric of Orisana just does a cute, quick little prayer.
Okay, so I rolled the same thing as before, but with the D3, or the 3 from guidance, that brings it up to an 18.
Nice. You actually do find an area with some overhang a little bit. Some places that need a little bit of climbing to, but people can like sit and like kind of wedge into, and maybe even like take some weight off of their feet and just take a little snoozy. And even a little bit of space to maybe using some of your own equipment, just put like a canvas over and just make a little makeshift camp off of the, it's not a beaten path, but off of the path adjacent thing.
Just that, yeah. I do have a tent in the back of holding, so we could, use like the canvas from that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not quite wide enough for a full tent even.
Yeah.
But spreading across the like long ways around here, there are some cozy little nappy places. and everyone is eager to settle in. Most people know what to do, especially the children. Like, tired as they are, they're like, no, you're doing it wrong. In their heavily accented nomad accent. Some of the ritzier people are just kind of like, okay. But are tired enough that they will take what is offered.
And
Kids are helping them out. That's the cutest.
there's probably nowhere immediately adjacent, but Bama would go look for some kind of, an indent, or basically somewhere he can unload the decanter and give us all some drinking water.
Yeah.
As
Yeah, I'll
close
say
to the
with an
camping site.
18, you do find a place that has a instead of it like running immediately down into loose dirt or rock, like Babby's able to find a little bit of space, like just a little overhang of rock that has a bit of a natural divot from being like hit by rain in just the right way.
Okay, everyone. Try not to let it splash on you, just because that would be a waste. You want to drink it. And it's gonna take out that flask, probably, whispers something, shakes it a bit, and then and is going to use the geyser feature, which produces 30 gallons of water.
Whoa!
That's so much water.
Making it rain.
And it's this like really, first of all, it's shocking. That's a lot of water. Two, like there was this nice little divot of like to pour out a few cups maybe and have people like sip, but then it just like cascades down and catches on other little divots, and it's just this pretty almost fountainy sort of a look, as plenty of water and plenty of like drinkable surfaces are revealed.
Well, that's a neat trick.
This is indeed very useful for desert travel.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at the item in the DMG. It seems to imply that I can just keep doing that as an action. Like there is no recharge on it.
It's endless. It's endless water. Yep.
But it's not even
Wow.
like it has X number of charges a day. I can just keep doing that.
Yep.
OP for the current campaign. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like that because it's usually useless in every other campaign.
Yeah.
It was great. Since we started at a higher level, I gave everybody a chance to choose an item. And Alex was like, "Can I have a decanter of endless water?" And I was like, "Let me just throw away all of my desert survival notes."
I'm already an Outlander. We've got a cleric who can create food and water.
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
Be more
So
creative with your challenges.
all of your guys' like little civilians, even the snooty ones, quickly find a comfortable spot, which maybe wouldn't be comfortable normally, but to them now feels like a feather bed. And everyone's tucking in and going to sleep. And maybe you do as well. Maybe you have some stuff that's been niggling at your mind for the past couple hours.
I mean, I'm gonna be keeping watch for a few hours.
I don't
Okay.
sleep, so I can take watch.
You don't
Never sleep.
sleep?
I don't need to. I can, but I don't need to.
Wow.
I took aspect of the moon.
Oh, I figured. Shark's still gonna stay up for a few hours.
Alright, so we'll
Yeah.
still take a turn at watch. But yes, we should rest up. Desert travel is always difficult, no matter how easy it is.
Yeah.
I would like to take one of the later watches as the stars are coming out.
Yeah, take a load off. Go sleep.
Okay.
I can take one of the first watches, as it were.
I'll be up anyway. I just read. So you tell me.
So sounds like maybe it's Marta on all watches, but Bammy
Yeah.
first, then Sharok, then Willow.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
I was providing this opportunity if you guys wanted to chat about
Yeah.
anything in
I think
particular.
we do, but we also want to make sure we all get along rested. So
Yes.
That's fair.
the
That's
struggle
fair.
is real.
Yeah.
We can have morning conversations. That's fine.
Yeah, I figured we'd talk
Or
before
evening.
we broke down camp. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. Evening conversations later. So first watch crew,
Yeah.
roll perception. And do the biggins, just like play cards, play tic-tac-toe.
That is a
Oh, yeah,
14
you're both
perception.
tall.
Quite
Yep.
tall.
14 perception
18.
and 18. Okay. It's a pretty characteristically quiet morning for the desert. Pretty much every living thing knows that the sun is coming out, it's about to get bad, and so they have burrowed down. Yeah, there's nothing of note.
And so, in terms of conversations, there's definitely one that I want to have, but I think everyone's gonna want to ask more, like, "Hey, what's your deal?" Kind of figure out a way for us to do that where you don't just have it 3
What's
times.
your deal?
But I mean, maybe I think our characters are all different enough that it could be. I don't know. I'm not trying to prescribe this for everyone else, but
She's just literally going to finish off any candy that she has left and read a book.
Mhm.
And if you want to talk, she'll talk,
Yeah.
but she's pretty comfortable with silence.
But yeah, so I think Bammy will, he will do some like scrabbling up on rocks. I think he spends a little bit of time trying to will himself to fly again. It's like,
Oh, he's like, why doesn't it work? I don't.
but
Are
then
are you all right? Oh man, we should have dug a latrine, shouldn't we? I mean, I can go.
No,
I
that-
can go do that if you.
not going to be an issue. But no, I was just thinking about that. Sometimes I wish I could do magic, but I've made it this far in life without being able to do magic, and it is what it is.
Yeah. I couldn't do magic for a real long time. Now that I can, it's nice. It's hard, but it's nice. If you ever want me to do some magic for you, just ask. I can't do too many things, not yet, but
Well, what kind of magic can you do? I mean, Willow tells me she gets her magic from one of the sky people. But do you also get your magic from the sky people?
he's not really a sky person. Well, I mean, I guess he's a little bit of everything person. He likes a lot of things. He's really smart. He's just, I guess he's been around for a while. I guess if you're around for a very long time, you just know a lot of things. We talk about stuff all the time. He's real great. But well, I can do some things. I can protect myself and I can protect other people. I can make myself look like somebody else if I want to. That's kind of fun. I can make plants grow like real fast. I can talk lots of different languages. Yeah. Lots of different things. Things I didn't even really think about. Things I didn't think I need, but now that I can do it, it's kind of nice.
Yes, well, I would say I can see so, but I can't see those things. You just said those things, but no, it is, I have been spending more time than usual in the cities, and I can think of times that all those things you said would be good to be able to do.
Yeah.
But
I haven't really been in too many cities yet. I heard a lot about them. I really like to visit.
you also haven't been in cities. Did you all? Were you also born in the desert?
No, I was born in a forest.
Okay. Where Willow has told me about these, where there are lots of trees.
Mm-hmm. Lots of trees.
Do your people? No. Would Bammy know that he hatched from an egg? I think he would. But yeah. So, do your people also hatch from eggs?
No. We come out as little babies.
So you had parents in this forest?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I still do. They still live there.
I thought maybe you meant a tree. Maybe you grew on a tree like a fruit.
Like a martyr fruit? I'd be a big old piece of fruit, wouldn't I?
Well, certainly now, but I assume when you were a baby you were less big.
I was tinier, yeah. No, I got a mama and a papa. And a grandmama. I had a brother, but he died.
My condolences.
Thanks.
As you've been having this conversation, Alex, if you would, Bammy has been like kind of tossing rocks sometimes, like in his scribbling and just kind of being his little adorable lizard ADHD sort of self. He's been like maybe playing, what's that called when you throw a ball at the wall and it bounces back and you like trying to hit it again
Handball?
into the wall?
Handball.
Sure, that one. I've been doing that with rocks.
They don't bounce real well.
No, but you just like, and then like, they sometimes shatter. Sometimes they come back.
Oh, now that you can't bounce a rock. Sorry.
And you like sift through this gravel and stuff as you've been chatting, and you find this one that does come back pretty well. It doesn't shatter, and it's nice and smooth. It's nice to like rub in your hands. It's nice. It's, you know what? Maybe it'll be your good luck rock. As you find a stone of good luck. Loot drop number 1.
Yep, I think-
complete.
All right.
I think Bammy, sees that this rock. This is not like other rocks I've seen.
I have food if you're hungry.
Oh no, it's not hungry. It's just I've never seen a rock like this. Have you? And we'll offer it now, covered in some saliva.
She
Gross.
really does not care. No, I haven't. Would I know that this is a special rock?
I don't know. Would you?
Maybe. Can
On
I
a
do
roller
an
coaster or
Can I
something?
do an Arcana track on this
Now do an
rock?
Arcana check for me.
Sure.
As there's like a sort of, you're realizing belatedly as you like your memory kind of catches up. He's thrown this particular rock a lot.
Ooh, 17 plus.
This is an unusual rock.
That's a 20.
Yeah, you're like, there's something fishy about this here rock. And as you're giving it more of a look over, like maybe kind of rubbing the saliva off, again, not caring, just kind of like, it has a bit of a sheen.
I'd hold on to this one. This is a good one. I got a good feeling about this rock. This is a good rock.
It's a nice bold example.
Nice.
But, well. Does Willow have Identify? Would Bammy know that? Or some way of figuring out magic items, or is that not?
Cole
something she can
does.
do? Yep.
Yeah, cool.
NPC Cole
Yep.
can identify it for you.
A friend
Willow-
I used to travel
Willow
with.
should be able to prepare it.
Yeah, used to be able to tell us what magic things were.
I'll sit on my list, y'all. I don't think I can.
Yeah, I think it might only be knowledge clerics, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Or also forge clerics, but anyway.
Yes.
Maybe you could just sit with it for a while and look at it, and sometimes that helps.
We can give that a try. And so it's just gonna like be, tossing it back and forth between hands as they get back to talking.
I'm just seeing like a cat, like.
Not quite that frantic, but yeah.
Eventually your watch ends and you had a good chat, but not too deep, so that nothing gets repeated, even though you don't realize maybe that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
And as the watch switches, watch group 2, roll perception.
Oh, okay.
I'll go again.
As Bammy goes and covers himself in some dirt and takes a little dirt bath and goes to sleep.
That's a 15.
I got
Nice.
a 12.
Nice. It is definitely getting hotter. So as you, at least Marta, as you are settling in to position, you kind of have to like reposition yourself to find a little bit better shade as the sun is almost, it's going to be approaching noon, actually. You guys want to take a long rest? You know what? You were going for it has been noon and is now leaving noon, and it's warm. I'm just trying to flavorify this. As you guys get comfy in the desert. But with those rolls, you guys are able to keep an ear out, and there are some sounds that you can hear. Like, you actually perceive some dust like landing on you from where you're perched as you kind of like look up and like push back against the wall a little bit, and there you get the idea that there are some things moving around on top of the canyons, but which do not seem to see or sense you in some way, you assume. And they seem to pass by. They seem
They seem
to pass by.
maybe.
If there are any chit-chattings that want to happen.
I imagine
not.
during his watch, Shark is just sitting there, like found like a stick or a rock or something, and it's just like drawing a circle in the dirt, muttering to himself.
Do you have someone you talk to too?
I think so. I'm literally like 2 days into it, so it's very new to me.
Oh, wow. Well, what are they like?
I don't know.
Well,
It's if I were to trust what my people had told me, violent, angry, wants to rip the world apart.
well, how would you want to talk to someone like that?
Well, see, no, I didn't pick. All right.
Fair enough. Sometimes they pick you.
Yeah, but I'm starting to think after talking to that Naga.
They were
my-
real nice.
Yeah, that my people are very wrong about this.
About,
Kubalar.
oh. Is that who you're talking to?
I think-
Kubalar?
I think so.
Well, wow. I mean, he's real important.
Yeah.
Pretty much keeping the material plane all in one piece.
Yeah.
Have you asked him about it? How's he feel about that? That must be like a real big responsibility.
I don't know. He hasn't directly spoken to me yet.
Could you ask him?
I mean, I could try.
I got my book. I'll just you just let me know if you need anything. I'll just be over.
Okay.
And she'll sit to the side and very obviously be eavesdropping while like pretending to read a book.
Yeah. Shark goes back to like drawing the circle, which I assume Kubalar's symbol looks something akin to like the Ouroboros.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Correct.
So he's just drawing the circle, just sort of muttering like in his native tongue, like, what is it you want from me? Why me? Why did you pick me?
Hold on, let me roll something. As you think these things, and you're fresh off of exhaustion and putting a little bit of trust in instinct before training, probably for once.
Yeah.
You only got a little bit of a nap, so you're still in that sort of like drowsy, fuzzy sort of a state. And as you're drawing this circle, what you have assumed is the symbol for Kubalar your whole life, been told what it is. You find your hand kind of like drooping, and eventually you're adding to this circle. You're drawing a little bit differently. Maybe you assume it's just like absent-mindedly, like getting bored with doing the same circle and thinking the same things as nothing's happening, until you realize you've drawn something that's almost like a perfect pattern, like a knotted circle. And there's this feeling of, aha, And in that quiet, when you stop saying something,
Yeah.
and when you just become tired, but not necessarily lost hope, there's just a feeling of rightness, of like recognizing what the symbol of like a knot could mean. It means problems, it means tangles, it means being confused, but also means holding things together. And maybe there's a symbolism there. And maybe all of your experiences of being told the right way to do things, the one surefire like string, how to keep it taut, and the different problems you've had with that, maybe that has resonated with an eternal truth of this being.
I look at the knot. I like pull a piece of paper out of my bag, and I have some writing stuff, and then I just sort of draw the knot onto the piece of paper, nod at it, put it in the bag. And then I think for the rest of the watch, I'm just gonna like find a place to sit down and lightly strum at my lute. Just something to sort of like calm myself.
Yeah. And as you reach like a calm sort of a state of mind, yeah, again, it's just like a nice, like it starts to sit even more right with you, of like, you need to be patient to unravel knots. Like making it something knotted makes it stronger. So going through issues is good, even if it doesn't seem that way. And that sort of a thing is maybe these sort of thoughts resonate with you. And watch number 2 comes to an end. Marta may be disappointed that there wasn't more chatting on the other side of the...
Just watching.
No. I mean chatting between Sharak and whatever he's been talking to. She was eavesdropping and there was nothing. I don't know. Okay. Marta's too chill. She's too accepting. That's fine.
Do his own time. It's fine. He'll talk about it if he wants to. It's okay.
And Sharak, you reach a calm state of mind and are ready for sleep when your watch ends again. Watch group 3.
Hey.
Roll perceptions.
Okay.
Marta is engrossed in her book. I rolled a 1.
Yes. Okay, and then perception 22.
That's good. That's good.
Willow to the rescue.
I
So
got you,
Willow-
fam.
As you are awoken, just so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready for the watch and the day, you take your place for watch, swapping with Sharak. And not only does her tail actually get bushy, does it?
I mean, it's like it's fluffier on the end, so maybe it wiggles a little bit.
A little bit. Willow, not only do you like get a quick glance at your surroundings, like, yep, this is exactly how I left it and everything's totally normal, except for those scrapes on that wall where it looks like somebody strong has been throwing rocks against that one spot many times. You also, as Marta like kind of greets you for the watch and you guys both settle in, you notice that her book has a couple of different handwritings in it. And as she's engrossed in it, she's just like writing notes to herself in 2 different handwritings. And then it doesn't look like, maybe there's like, whenever she writes, there's an extra gap between herself and what she's writing. As if like, maybe is the other handwriting just showing up? What?
Oh. So it's not like a book, but more like a journal. of sorts.
Maybe.
Okay.
She's texting, don't worry. And Willow,
Book, who dis? No, sorry.
I got a new number. I got a new Dewey Decimal. So, as you are preparing for your watch, you perceive the same like intermittent dusting falling on you, which you're like, oh, it's probably just wind. Like wind goes over these caverns and whirls all the time.
Mhm.
But as you kind of sit quietly, maybe end up chatting with Marta, we'll get there.
Oh, okay.
It seems you start to notice it like in almost a rhythm, Like it's almost too regular, and like the amount that dusts down is almost the same each time. And with that perception and your excellent wisdom,
Yeah.
you begin to suspect there is something on top of these caverns that is chilling, like almost exactly above you guys.
Oh.
It doesn't seem to be making any other movements. It's just like the way that the dust is falling down, it's like restless movements. Like it reminds you of when you were in like page training. With Astra, and you would like have to hold position for a really long time, and you just sort of shift your weight after a while, like before, because you start like aching. Yeah, that's the sort of pattern, like rhythm of time that it reminds you of.
Hey, Marta.
Yeah?
I mean, you've been awake this whole time. Have you noticed anything?
There was something maybe moving up there a while back, but it sounded like maybe it like passed on. Like I don't know if it was like a caravan or animals or
Yeah. Whatever it is, I think it might still be up there.
oh,
I don't know if it's just like waiting for us or something, but it seems like whatever it is, it's still around.
right up there.
But I mean, if you haven't seen anything and it hasn't done anything,
Maybe it's just resting.
maybe.
I could go invisible real quick and try to take a look around.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good idea. Maybe you could like look at it without it seeing you.
Okay.
Maybe it could help boost you up.
Okay.
You're pretty tall. You're actually taller than me. You probably don't need a boost, but I could try to help you up.
Well, yeah, a boost might be good. I'm tall, but these big bones aren't very strong, so.
Okay.
Also, the caverns are quite high. I don't know how familiar you guys are with like Bryce Canyon, Zion's,
Yeah.
the big one in Arizona. So like you're at the bottom of those.
You know that one.
About
big one.
how
The grand one?
tall is it?
Let me
Is
just
it as
Google how
tall as
deep
Stories.
is the
It's
Grand
stories.
Canyon. Many feet.
You could almost fit like an Empire State Building at one point.
Okay, you're not at the deepest point.
Okay. Just
But-
saying, I remember that from my trip there.
If maybe like I stepped outside of like our hidey hole invisible and like stepped a little bit further away, could I maybe like peek up and maybe try to spot something?
Props, no.
Okay.
Basically it's like, imagine you're in a city with lots of apartment buildings and you're like downtown and you walk down a side street, but that side street is only wide enough for you and your bud to like be shoulder to shoulder. And then you crane back to try and see the top of the apartment building.
Gotcha.
That's what we're talking about. But also the apartment building is just rocks. And the street it's just dirt.
So but this is really, really, really high up. So if this thing
Yes.
decided to jump down on us, it would fall a very, very, very long ways. Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for reminding us of
Thank
how
you.
tall it was.
You're welcome.
Oh, I forgot.
I'm just thinking like, it's like 100 feet up. It's no big deal. Okay.
You know,
Okay. Then they might not have said that thing.
Nah. Well, maybe we just listen out for it and see if it does anything else.
Yeah, I think we should keep watch, and maybe after Bambi is rested, we could tell him about it, and maybe he might know what it could be.
Okay.
He's very skilled with this sort of stuff.
Yeah. It sounds like he's lived in the desert for a long time.
Yeah, like his whole life, I think.
Wow.
I mean, except when he was doing caravanning stuff, but I mean, technically then it was in the desert too.
I guess so, yeah. Wow. It's real hot.
Yeah, I mean, that's Iliomet. Are you not from around here?
No, not exactly.
What brings you here?
I'm kind of trying to take care of some things. You know, saving the world and all.
Yeah, I got a sense that the things you're trying to deal with are not personal, but bigger.
Well, I mean, there's definitely still personal, but yeah, they're kind of big.
And then it turns out it's evening. And the watch is over and people are like starting to rouse.
Can we like kind of go around to people waking up and be like, let's probably keep it down a little bit?
That's probably a good idea.
Okay.
You know, it's getting dark, and you know, things that, you know, like to hunt come out at night. So just to be safe, we're just gonna keep quiet, okay? Just shh.
That's very smart. Willow like quickly rolls out like her little prayer rug and says a prayer to Orsana. Because this is the time of day that it happens.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
As Marta's just kind of going around and maybe goes to Bammy and Shark first and is like, hey,
Yeah.
by the way,
There's
things
there.
are new.
Maybe we just keep it down. Like maybe it's just sleeping or taking a rest or eating or something. But like maybe we keep it down.
Bammy is definitely like, even though there's not much of an angle, like you just said, it's definitely like up against the other wall and trying to.
Like, what if I could see?
I look over at Bammy and go, do you know of anything that lives on top of these cliffs?
Probably.
Think about it. Let's see here. Based on what Marta fills you in on before she goes to like help everyone else pack up quietly. Bammy racks his brain. Are you proficient in nature, my fella?
Yep.
That's what I thought. Go ahead and roll that thing.
That's not great, but at least with my proficiency, it's also not a negative modifier, so that's a 6 total.
Okay. To be fair, there aren't many details. It's something that gets tired sitting in the same place. Something perceptive enough to realize you're there from high up. That could be a lot of things. Something smart enough to be patient and wait and have some sort of plan, apparently. That does narrow it down, but again, you haven't come to the Ross Falls very often. And again, that's only one detail that narrows it down in any sort of way. So it could be any number of things. There are lots of rumors of things that have never been substantiated either. So it could be one of those creatures you've never encountered.
This is the Chupacabra.
Okay. After a little while, Willow finishes her prayers and joins the rest of the group.
As you roll up your prayer rug, you kind of like shake the dust off of it, and as you were kneeling for a while, there was like this one thing that was like jabbing into your knee a little bit, but it's just like one of those things where you're just like, just ignore it and do the prayers, it's fine.
Yeah.
But as you're like shaking the dust off of your rug and rolling it up, that same spot that was digging into your knee is like just a spot that's upraised in the dirt a little bit, almost like there's a stone or something sticking out of the dirt, but it's like perfectly smooth and shaped, like something has been embedded in the dirt, and maybe it catches your eye a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
The voice from above says it catches your eye.
Is gonna dust it off and see what this thing that was jabbering her in the knee was.
So as you dust it off, you realize you actually kind of have to like dig around a little bit. And then you have to dig around a little bit more. It's something that's like embedded, something that was dropped here a long time ago and covered with dirt, and that got packed by rain and covered with more dirt and packed. But as you uncover enough that's like like the length of your palm, you realize it's a long, thin-ish object. And as you kind of like wrap your hand around it to like maybe tug, like how long could it be really? It's really long apparently. It's like stuck. But when you're like, okay, I've spent enough time doing this and kind of debating, it almost seems to like warm up in your hand and then just slides out of the dirt slowly. And you pull out, it just keeps going and going. Like almost like at first it's difficult, but then it gets smoother and smoother the more you pull it. And it's a stick. Well, it almost looks like the haft of some sort of weapon that no longer has any sort of blade on it, like a quarterstaff, but the end doesn't seem quite right for a quarterstaff. It's just like the way it's weighted feels like there should be something else on the other end. But it's a simple metal rod, long, that has some sort of like it's capped on one end, but like a divot. And as you're spinning it around in your hand, it's simple, almost modestly made. But again, it feels warm in your hand. It almost like so serendipitous that the only reason you noticed it was during your prayer.
It's just gonna be like, thank you, goddess. And it's gonna have this new stick thing. Doesn't know what to do. But she can also is going to not as a ritual, but is going to cast detect magic.
Great. As you do, you said you cast it as a ritual, or
No, I'm just gonna use a slot, yeah.
Well, one, as Bambi's waking up, he's like, he's got a rock. He just has a rock. I mean, he does that sometimes. He just has things. But this rock is like lit, yo. Lit, fam. It lit.
Okay.
And this haft in your hand, also lit. It is extremely magical. The whole thing. What's the type of magic, you ask?
Yes.
I don't know. Frickin' conjuration, I guess. And then the rock that Bambi has, I don't know, abjuration, I guess. Transmutation, I don't know.
So for
Something
the
like
sake
that.
of adding it to my sheet, should I go ahead and add in a stone of good luck?
Yes, it's a stone of good luck.
All right.
And we can figure out if someone wants to hold on to that longer term, and we can pass it around. But since I've slept with it on me, I assume I am attuned to it now.
You are. And Willow,
Huh?
as you're looking at this luminous haft, you kind of just almost instinctively, because you're familiar with certain weapons.
Yeah.
And you just
Here's some things.
tap it on the ground next to you, and all of a sudden that end with the cap just lights up with almost like a blowtorch blade,
Yeah.
as it is a sun blade, but in the form of a spear.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Is gonna say again more reverently, thank you, goddess.
And thank you, G,
Thank
for
you,
those loot drops.
Gee, are you
Did
my
I-
goddess?
Did I roll randomly for these and they were just perfect? Yes.
Wow.
Episode 3, Willow gets a sunblade.
Nice.
Guess I just have to amp up the danger.
Nope.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's still only like a D8 of damage. It's radiant damage, but it's D8 of damage.
It gives her a +2 to attack and damage, my fella.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, just so everyone's aware, the Stone of Good Luck from SRD doesn't actually modify any stats, so you
Oh,
have
boo.
to...
Oh, you gotta add it in.
Yeah, you
Boo.
gotta do
Well,
yourself.
like, manual.
Yep.
But yeah, so congrats. Good job, G. It's just making everything a little bit spicier in here, but on the
Thanks,
side of the
buddy.
players.
Yes.
So
Spicy players.
everyone packs up as quietly as possible with the encouragement. There's a sort of breakfast made and passed out by Bammy, like digging up some edible roots and other sort of things like that, I assume. As Alex is just doing sheet things, I'm just gonna put words in his mouth.
Yeah, no, he finds food. Probably Bammy's idea of what is palatable is not quite the same as most people's, but
Yeah, the snooty people are like, this is a stick. And Bammy's like, it's fiber, it's good for you, and protein. And they're like, it's literally, it's bark.
Well, I'm just saying, if you don't get enough of that fiber, long walks and no poops is no fun. So,
If you heard of the runs, it's the opposite of that. It's sits. You're gonna sit for a really long time.
Okay. As like people are eating, Willow will tell people that when it's more safe, I can get better food for us, but right now might not be the best time.
Okay.
Till we figure out what might be around us.
Okay. I'm getting sick of these tunes. Hold on. Let me see what happens here. Let's do.
Okay. Spin the wheel of music.
It's called Desert Winds. Is it just wind? Is it literally just wind?
Yep.
Well, it's fun, I guess.
I mean, you just say there's a little bit of a wind, so.
That sounds like a lot of wind, though.
I can hear a little.
Oh, that's true.
oh,
It's
there's
getting
a lot
more.
of music. There's some ambient.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll leave it. You guys are at the bottom of a canyon. It's like being inside of a bottle that's being blown on.
Ooh.
Okay. And I feel like this might be kind of tense. So maybe it's good. So as you all get ready to set out, pack everything up, slide it into the bag of holding, Willow a little bit even glowier than usual with some delight. Bammy feeling a little bit luckier than usual.
Sharp just like looks at the thing as that's not fire.
Where'd you get that?
No.
Did your goddess bring you a present?
I think she did. I found it while I was praying. And I don't think it was coincidence.
It's always nice when they bring presents, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've never gotten actually something physical like this before. This is nice.
Really? Well, I mean, it's a really nice present, so maybe they've just been saving up for a while.
That's one way to look at it. Okay, so Bammy, I'm sure that Marta filled you in on that there's something.
Not sure what it is, but probably not going to try and come down at us. But even if it does, we should have plenty of warning. We'll take another look once we get out into the open more.
Yeah, I think we should be very wary when we get to more open areas.
Not comfortable with something smart enough to wait on us.
Maybe some of us are in the back and some in the front, and put all the people that don't have any weapons in the middle.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
like
good
that idea.
Okay. As you guys create a formation, I don't know what to call it, around your innocent
Parentheses.
civilians.
Okay,
Yeah, some parentheses.
Formation.
Most of the way walking is pretty narrow, so you kind of have to split up into a front and a back phalanx. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But then you get to those wider areas and you guys are a bit more wary. You kind of condense a little bit more so that the front and the back groups sort of meet a little bit and you guys can all see each other and like keep an eye and communicate as needed. Nothing seems to happen as you begin travel, but it sounds like you guys are all on alert. So if you'd like to roll some active perception.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Is Willow guiding anyone?
I don't know if we need to. I just rolled a nat 20.
Hey!
But I know I
got a
can
14.
guide.
I
I'm
got a
thinking I'm up
dirty
in
20.
front with Bammy, probably.
Okay.
Maybe the other two in the back. So I
Okay.
could guidance you, Bammy, because I'm with you.
Okay. Which will be good. Well, I rolled doo-doo on pretty much everything. That's a 10
Oh.
total.
Cool.
I got a
30,
1
20.
on the guidance.
Okay. 24 total.
Okay. Okay, so Sharak,
Oh, I got a 14.
And Marta, what was yours again? Sorry.
Dirty 20.
Okay, great. So, you guys are all keeping an eye out, waiting to see any sort of flash of movement across the chasms that you're walking underneath. Maybe to hear something, to feel a drop of more like rocks or gravel or something. It's tense, but nothing happens visibly, audibly. Maybe Willow was just being paranoid. Willow, you are not being paranoid.
Oh, good.
As you are walking, Willow, you may be feeling buoyed, like especially buoyed today, knowing for sure that your goddess is with you. Your eyes catch just the slightest movement, easy to miss, especially with the wind going over and like blowing dust a little bit, making almost the edges of these canyons look a little bit blurry. But you notice like a shift in like the topsoil, like the rocks on top. You can barely see it from how low you are, but it's like almost like the ground, like the loose earth on top is being like shifted towards the end of the canyon and then not. And then like, and it happens only on the one side until you happen to like look down to like get some footing, maybe help a child over a ledge. And there's just a passage of like a shadow, almost like a cloud. And it wouldn't catch anybody's eye because of like how large it is and how smooth it is and how quickly it passes. But you just happen to glance up fast enough to see a almost lumpy, roundish shape, long, almost snarled looking appendages reach across and pull itself over very quickly. And large enough to not cast a discrete shadow that would be noticeable, big enough like it casts over the entire party, and again is just easily forgettable if you're not looking up.
Okay. To Bowie, it's like, there's definitely something up there, and it is quite large.
Oh, sorry, Marta, you rolled a 20. You don't see when Willow happens to glance up, but you also get that vibe of like something is moving in an uncertain, like an unnatural way. Like you see that edge of the top of it be pushed. And it's happening in like, again, Willow, you know this as well. It's happening in enough of a rhythm that you figure out this is a weird way of something following right alongside you, keeping pace. You're muted, Marta.
I am? Can you hear me?
You were.
Yeah,
Now I
okay.
can.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry. Maybe I touched it for a second. I'm gonna lean over to Sharok. I think we're being hunted.
Probably. That's been my thought since you guys pointed out it was just waiting on us.
I'm gonna shoot a message up to Willow. I think whatever's up there is liking our direction because it's following us.
Yeah, I saw it. It's quite big. Just be
Sure.
ready for anything, I guess.
Another message. What do you want to do anything?
Kind of like turns like to Bammy and is like, maybe we should go ahead and see if it, like maybe just some of us should go ahead and see if it follows just the some or if it stays with the whole group. I don't like splitting us up, but it might be good to see.
We can do that for a little bit. We won't go too far ahead, just in case. But I'm thinking, well, we'll see what it does if when we move ahead. It may be a way for us to draw it out once we get to an open area. But, yes. So, Bammy will kind of, SWAT hand and try and motion for everyone to stop. I'm going to scout ahead. I've seen some of the rocks are falling. I want to make sure it's a secure path ahead. So, wait here. I'll be back in just a little bit. And so Bammy is going to go ahead just a little bit on his own, like around the next bend, maybe 100 feet.
Okay. Everyone, all the civilians are ecstatic for any excuse to rest.
Oh.
And you guys also notice that the 3 little nomad children have been almost like sheep dogging the rest of the civilians, like helping keep an eye, like helping everyone keep together, no one lag behind. Like, they're very adept at uncomfortable situations and traveling through uncomfortable terrain. So as you guys rest, the kids are like, okay, and they just start playing.
Oh,
Like in true child fashion, they had a horrific experience, and now they're like, I'm fine.
it's all good, fam.
Process this
So
in therapy later.
it's fine. It's fine. But Bammy, as you continue ahead, roll me a perception. And party who stays behind, roll me a perception. As this is the plan, was to look and see what you see.
That was
Yeah.
almost a
See if it
natural
does
20.
something.
So that is a 24 total.
Ooh, finally. It was
I
just
got
a
an
matter of
8.
waiting.
11.
I got
Okay.
a 1 this time.
Oh no!
So Sharak, as you're like keen on this plan, like, yeah, let's wait and see what we can see. You're distracted by the thought of, oh yeah, there's a reason why I didn't think of this exit, the exit that we took, as an exit to take, because it was just, first of all, it was deeper than you ever went, and it just, you're distracted by the thoughts of like, oh yeah, the Yuan-Ti bases have many entrances and exits that are used or not used as time goes on. And some of those reasons are because those exits and entrances become unsafe due to environmental hazards. So as you're like trying to remember to look, you're distracted by like, oh no. And maybe a little self-blame. I don't know, too. The rest of you are just like, I can't. But Bammy, as you move forward, this is actually good. This whole time that you've been leading, you've been kind of having to make snap decisions, like based on instinct of like where to turn next, like what's going to be the most comfortable, what's going to be the most shaded, based on what you can see. So scouting ahead, you're actually like more comfortable this way, of being able, like, first of all, you trust in your own strength and survivability on your own, instead of having this like tag along that's so fragile. So it's nice to get to scout ahead for once and kind of gather more data, even though maybe Bammy doesn't think of it that way. But as you're walking and keeping an eye out to see what you see, first, over the sounds, or under the sounds of the wind, you hear some thudding, like clattering, and like a whoop, which you, with your background, immediately recognize as rocks falling a ways ahead of you. And as you kind of scout around a bend, one of the route like turns is stacked with fallen rocks. Like you can see dust settling. Like there was a rock slide there all of a sudden. Which is, it happens. Sometimes it happens on top of you while you're hiking. But as you kind of back up and go the other way, that's when you feel like you're being watched. You're very familiar with this sensation, as you are usually the one doing the watching, and you like instinctively know by now to wait, like to see when that sensation is happening in your prey, that you recognize it in yourself. Just that like prickle in the back of your neck of like, there's something bigger than me watching me. And as you turn to look, you don't see it, but you hear another clatter and slide and thump, thump, thump. And you get the feeling that you're being herded.
All right. Yeah, I think I will then. Yeah, I will head back to the others. Gonna let Willow know that, you know, it's blocking the paths ahead.
Oh, not all of them.
Yes, that it
Okay.
is trying
course not.
to
Of
direct
course not all
us
of
to a
them.
certain way. So we we can either go where it wants us to go, or it can try and clear a path, and we can all be sitting. Because there aren't ducks in the desert. What would Bammy know? Sitting.
Lizard.
Yeah.
Lizards. Oh, sitting lizards.
And we can be sunning lizards, just lying there.
Well, I don't like what this could mean, but I don't know what else we can do.
It's certainly bigger than us, but I've also taken down much prey that is bigger than me, so as long as we can figure out a way to keep these people out of harm's way, I am ready to face this.
Okay. I say we keep moving then.
We'll start.
I'll to go tell the others.
Yeah, so I will start motioning people ahead and just not even try and make it a thing of like, oh hey, look, that path is definitely blocked off, and just be like, nope, this is definitely where we're going.
Yeah.
So that people don't start worrying.
Oh, yeah. Not like, oh, my choice was made for me, but just like, this is where we're going, just the same way that you've always been.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Will's gonna just tell the others that we're sort of being led down this path.
Yep, and that Bammy's plan is to try and get it to a place where we can confront it sooner than later.
Yeah. We might have to confront whatever this thing is.
Oh,
Just, if you notice your sheet's acting weird, I'm not doing anything.
nothing?
Nothing?
Nope. Go on, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Well, if Bammy's confident we can handle it, he knows this place better than we do. So I'll trust him.
Blade.
Sharak, with your background
Uh-huh.
and intelligence score, you hang back a little bit as everybody's talking, like mostly through messages, so the rest of the civilians don't hear you worrying about anything or strategizing anything. Sharak, you hang back a little bit and actually like maybe backwards scout a little, and you realize that the way you've come has become a little bit more difficult to traverse than it was when you came through, and you realize that you are being like ever so intermittently boxed in forward as well.
Yeah, I'll shoot a message up to Willow, who's up near the front with Bammy, and just be like, we can't turn back if we wanted to. And just as I'm all the way at the back, so like the civilians can't see me, I just take an arrow out and knock it on my bowstring and get prepared.
Okay.
Okay. And as
So
you
just,
guys
like,
keep
nods.
as you guys keep walking, alert and wary, but acting normal, the civilians none the wiser, unless... Nope, the civilians none the wiser. Make perception checks, as you are all very alert and wary. And probably, I think you all were even saying, like, looking for an opportunity to strike first?
Yeah, if there's some place that Bammy's like, okay, we can, keep the civilians back there. This thing is probably, too big, too thick to get them where we stash them, and we can draw it out.
I like this plan.
21.
19.
Okay. Bammy, you guidanced.
Okay,
I got
let
a
me add
1.
that.
Let's see. Perception.
23.
Oh, nice. Okay. I
Okay.
got like a 15.
Okay. Sharak, also any of you, I tend to describe things that have emotion in them and thoughts, so if they're ever not right, feel free to interrupt and be like, actually, I think this. So Sharak, if you want, maybe you're distracted by thoughts that you were having last night during watch. Maybe you are a little bit miffed at whatever this new figure is in your life and thinking like, was that thought about tangles and knots and obstacles and stuff? Like, was that a premonition type thing? Is that like a vision thing that religious people have. Like, is this what you were trying to say? Like, this isn't helpful. Like, thanks for nothing. Just giving you an idea of maybe your natural one being distracted.
Oh, that sounds about right. He's just like, I'm trusting you, and this is what I.
Yeah, and thinking back on like what the Naga said about combat, like, and like striking first isn't always the right answer, and you're like, well, waiting sure seems to be doing us a lot of good. Bam, you rolled great. I can't remember what everyone rolled now that I did my descriptive talk.
21.
21.
15.
15. And 23. Okay. Marta, you and Bammy, being the aft and opposite of aft.
At the 4.
4.
The 4, yes. I feel like you guys are messaging back and forth, especially as you've gotten to know each other. It's like you two are like the most foragey, wildy, like naturally types. And so like you guys are kind of keeping in touch. So with those rolls, you are able to find little nooks and crannies. And as you're walking, you're actually just tucking civilians off like 1 or 2 or 3 at a time into little places that can't be seen from above, and in such little ways of like it wouldn't be noticed you're doing it, as you just like tuck civilians in there and you're just like, oh, just wait here, like you'll be fine, as you're just like kind of subtracting the civilians from your group little by little, not too far apart, like always you're finding just the right sort of spots that like the little civilian groups are like within eye shot at least, if not earshot of each other. So everyone feels kind of comfortable. They're like, oh, is something happening? And you're just like, no. Until it's now just the 4 of you. And Bammy, that being watched feeling has come and gone a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And now you are noticing the weird change of the ground above you. But as well, it's that similar thing to when you sensed Todd in the caverns before you knew it was Todd. Like, you're hearing the wind rushing by above you, but you also hear it when it's louder and quieter. So like when you can hear when it's above you by the sound of like the wind noise being quieter.
Mm-hmm.
And you're realizing it's moving more. And again, based on your instincts, your hunting instincts, you realize that it has noticed that its prey has gotten smaller and has been leaving to like go back and see where it lost like the mass, like the amount. And as you're noticing this, you guys walk through, and it does, as caverns are wont to do, it's been wider and thicker, it's been twisty and turny. It opens up to almost a, what's this called? Like a double teardrop shape, you know? It's like round, but it's pointy on both ends. I don't know. And it's like an open area, but it's got lots of little hoodoos, like lots of stone pillars and things, multiple times, like those pegboards almost from Bird's Eye View. You're talking about. And Bammy, and Marta, actually, you instantly get that feeling, having the backgrounds that you have.
Mm-hmm.
This is the perfect place to herd a group, because people will have to walk around the hoodoos and be more separated and lose eyesight of each other.
Yeah.
Especially if you, the hunter, are the one with the top-down view. And as you reach this, you start to hear sliding and scraping and some, like, you feel a little bit of gravel falling down on you. And the game auto-saves. She says. As whatever has been above you seems to have reached the point where it predetermined to act. But there is no surprise round, because you guys are aware that this is happening. So let's do this.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Should we maybe go on break first?
We're gonna go on break. We're gonna do this later. We're in the contemplative stage of doing this. So as the game autosaves, we're gonna go to break.
The
Thank you for
stream will
joining us.
autosave as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll be back soon, stream.
Thanks for joining us. Come back soon for the epic climax of the walk through the Rust Falls.
Welcome back, Internet.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, nice to see you there. How you doing? Are
Oh,
you
hey,
rested?
I didn't see you there.
Yeah. Oh, you look good.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about you.
Accurately input now. Hey.
We're about to enter initiative. Here we go, initiative tracker. Boop, boop.
You gotta give us some tokens so we can click
Oh yeah,
on
you guys
them.
are on the screen with me.
Yep.
Boop boop. Join me. Join me in heck.
Oh,
Ah, heck.
Yep. Okay, let's change the music. Gee, I am uncomfortable. Give me some music.
that's some good initiative I rolled
Ooh.
there.
Ooh, Bammy was ready.
Yep.
Nope, Shark was ready.
I'm just rolling that so I can get it into roll 20.
Oh wait, I didn't clear the tracker. Now I've got 2 of everyone. Boop, boop, boop.
Let's see.
Uh,
I don't
Boop.
yet have the thing that gives me advantage on initiative, right? I'm not quite barbaric enough yet.
Willow, have you rolled initiative already? Did you
You're
answer
muted,
me? Oh, you're
Morgan.
muted.
I just rolled and I rolled the same thing that's in roll 20.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
How convenient.
How convenient. I don't have to
Next
Just with
level.
that giant aura.
I'm gonna.
Goodness.
Oh, I was gonna do that so we remember how far people can see, so I need to fix it.
Ah,
Blade goes out my like sun thing.
this makes it so much better that now I remember that it's dark.
So my actual initiative
Oh.
was higher.
The second time I
actually,
rolled
I should-
initiative, it was the same as what I rolled.
Oh,
Okay.
Although, does the luck stone add to that?
yes.
It's an ability check, so yes.
It's an ability check, yeah.
Okay,
Sweet.
yes, that is in there. Good.
Okay, that yellow seems far too. Can you guys see the 2 yellows?
Nope.
Nope.
The aura might only be visible to you.
Ah. How do I change that?
That might be something that Lindsay has to do.
Sorry, what?
Could you make it so they can see my aura?
Ah, yes. Here I go.
So I know how far they can see with bright/dim light.
I'll play. Oh, Aura 1?
And aura 2, please.
Okay, did both.
Okay.
Okay,
cool.
That's pretty
See
good.
that now? Okay.
That's good. That's good.
And then as long as
Yeah.
we're futzing with tokens for the stream, I can see the names of the other 3, can't see the numbers of their health. And then we see the numbers of my health, but not my name.
Sorry,
Okay.
friends.
That's
but your
what I see
friend
as well.
Rolled well.
Oh, hello, friend.
What's
I see-
our what's
I
our
see.
friend's dexterity? Because we matched.
Oh, Jesus.
It's +4.
Mine's also +4.
Great.
Who's better
Um,
telling jokes?
Definitely not this guy. But hold on, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll for who goes first. Well, I got a minus on my fate die. That means the bad guy goes first.
oh boy.
That's how I use my fate die. Plus means either it means in favor of good storytelling or for the party. Minus means not.
Not that.
Not bad.
How do I do this? Descending. Yeah. Okay. Is the music too loud? Is it good? Are we good? Everything fine?
I'm good.
Yeah, should be good.
Let's go.
Oh God.
All right. So friend goes first. I probably should have read all of these things before actually starting. Here we go. So as you guys walk into this and see this open area, thanks to the light of Willow's new sun spear, and Bammy and Marta, you have that instinct feeling of like, oh no, like this is the perfect run to like run a herd through. Just precisely in that moment, things happen. Let me tell you them after I roll for them. Ooh, okay. There is a whooshing sound. Actually, there are multiple whooshing sounds. As of like a rock being dropped or something like that, like moving through the air very quickly. But there are just like very quick lashings into the ground near you, in front of you, around you. And like dust is kicked up and gravel is sent scattering and flying as a few of these lashings miss, but a few of them do not. And by few, I mean 3. So, 2. Let me just roll. I should have decided who it hit. Willow and Bammy. 2 of these lashings. Actually, I should say what they rolled first so that you believe me. So it was a 25 to hit
Ouch.
and a 20 to hit.
Yeah,
'Kay.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
The damage is an amount equal to. I lost my spot. Okay, got it. Well, that's not even a lot of damage, you guys. Like, calm down. Oh, especially when it rolls double ones. So Willow, you take 12 damage.
Okay.
And Bammy, you take 18.
I think our definitions of not a lot are different.
I didn't see the plus. I just saw the dice. Okay, as you are whacked and almost like flattened into the ground by the abrupt speed and force of what almost feels like a tree branch falling on you, but squishier, as these long tendrils just whoosh, just whiplash down and then back up into darkness.
I have 60 feet of dark vision. Can I see what they came from?
They came from above you. 60 feet is not high enough to see the top of the hoodoos or the cavern.
Okay.
I'd say where you're at has gone up, and like this is a shallow part of the Rust Falls. The cavern is going to be 80 feet up to like if you wanted to climb a hoodoo or the side of the walls. But you do see that it is a long, thick, ribbon-like limb, almost a tentacle, but it has a lot more like weird, like joints. Like instead of octopus-like where it's completely smooth, it's like one of those little snake toys that has lots of little joints and like mimics movement like that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you see. Okay. And that's Friend's turn. Sharok?
Hi. I'm going to bonus action cast Divine Favor on myself.
Good call.
And then I'm going to scan the skies and hold my action until I can see something to shoot at.
Okay. Great. Bammy.
Alright. I am going to move a little bit so that when I flame on, I don't hurt my frandos.
Mhm, good call.
So just 10 feet that away. Bonus action rage. I would like my aura, please.
Oh, here I come. Here I come with that aura. I'm coming. Here it comes. Get ready.
I'm ready.
How many feet?
Just 10, I believe.
Boop. Is that different enough? Can you guys tell the difference between those colors? I'm just gonna make it more reddish. Boop. There we go. A Venn diagram of pain.
I can't see his aura.
Gosh dang it, I forgot.
You gotta change the thing or whatever.
So sorry. I'm just gonna check C for both of y'all's.
Aha.
There we go. Yeah.
Ah, yes, I see that Venn diagram now.
As the heat waves just woof, and some of the gravel gets like pushed and rolled over by the force of this hot wind
Yeah.
that Bammy exudes. That made it sound like a fart. No, I was trying to make it sound cool. I'm sorry.
But yeah, let's see. I think what Bammy is going to try to do is hold his action for the next tentacle that comes lashing down, and then is going to try and grab onto it and hitch a ride.
Lit. Oh, that's so cool. I love that so much. Okay. Action held. Willow.
Okay, I would like to step forward a little bit. Just like about there. And find like a good size, like a smallish rock on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And cast light on it.
Okay.
and then throw it up towards where the tentacle was.
Perfect. Okay. Make me a athletics check.
Okay. So this like rock that she picks up sort of starts glowing, and athletics. Where's my third is?
Oh, hang on. It's athletics.
Oh, that was not very good. Only a 6. I throw like a girl.
What's your strength score?
My strength score is 13.
Okay. Here's what happens. You accomplish what you set out to do, but it's not as ideal as you would have preferred. So you throw the rock, and as you guys follow this like bright light that Willow just has created and throws into the air, it is illuminated, your enemy, very briefly. Therefore, I will not put it on the map. However, I will describe to you what you see. You see these ribbon, like these, why can't I think of words? I hate this. These like gross, snarly, disjointed type tentacles retracting up into the air and back behind like the cover of the cavern side. And as the light pops up, you see this looming, knobby mass, like Willow, the one that you glimpsed earlier, leaning over the side, immediately like retreat a bit from the light. It is akin to a giant, enormous, let's say, the body of it is the size of a hippo, and it has several tentacles that are very long, let's say 80 feet long, apparently, because it can reach down to the ground of the caverns in this area, of a giant octopus, but one that like the skin has flayed off in places. It looks snarled and knotted, almost like all the tentacles are fraying rope. Like there are just pieces of it coming off, and it just looks dry, like this giant water creature either adapted to the desert or is just, this is the octopus's brother. Gross desert sand loving brother.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is it just a beautiful image?
I like it.
And that's what you see as this rock. I was rolling. I had you roll to see if you could get it on the ledge so the light stayed there. You don't, but it
okay.
illuminates the creature for a moment. Sharak, you were holding your action so you could see something.
Yeah. I'm gonna fire an arrow.
You may do that. Just as it's retreating to cover, I will allow it to not have any cover in this moment.
I've got a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. Not gonna add any extra spice to this. So that is 6 points of piercing and 3 points of radiant.
Perfect. Okay. Also, I will say Willow and Bammy. Willow, seeing it, strikes this almost like a boogeyman type reaction in your heart.
Yeah.
As this it looks like how a creature has sounded that has been described to you in like boogeyman type stories for desert travel. And Bammy similarly, except it's like rumors that travelers have, like scary campfire stories of what's called a crawling apocalypse. It's basically a creature that you have not thought existed. Just like, those like rivulets you see in sand dunes sometimes, like, that's a crawling apocalypse. Like that sort of a thing. But this is a crawling apocalypse.
Okay.
That I have personally adapted to 5e.
Thanks, I hate it. Ugh.
Gee, what a fun name!
Okay. Perfect. I grip my spear a little more tightly.
Yep.
And that's
Marta. Yeah.
This
Okay.
does not show up in my list of Illuminati folktales and beasts.
It doesn't? I swear I put it in there.
At least not under the beasties. Oh, it's in the folktale section.
Aha.
Okay.
I was like, I prepared for this moment.
Yep.
All I know is I haven't seen one since 3rd edition, so...
Yep.
So she's gonna take a canteen and pour a little bit of water in there into a little ivory cup that she's got at her belt,
And I'm gonna cast. She's basically gonna like pour the water very shakily, and then just like boom, like throw the water at herself. And I'm gonna cast Armor Bag at this.
Ooh.
And as a warlock, I automatically cast that at 3rd level, so I get 15 temporary hit points.
Perfect. And the water splashes in your face and immediately like hardens into this like icy, almost like helm, and then just like the ice just slides down and expands and covers you in this ice armor.
Cool. And I think I know how to add those there. Okay. There we go. Cool. And yeah. And then she's gonna pretty much be scared and just like start talking to Bask under her breath, like, you can talk about this one, and maybe you should have mentioned it because I don't really like it. I don't like this at all. Hey, that's her turn.
Okay. And now it's Friend's turn. In fact, I'm going to erase Friend, and I can't erase it. I can't edit it and make it say Crawling Apocalypse. Guess it just has to say Friend. So, Friend is going to act again. It is going to. No, it likes where it is right now. It's gonna scoocheroo this way. Yeah. Okay, and then it's going to do a round of attacks again. 22. Oh, sorry, I should say. First one is gonna go to Bammy.
Okay.
Second one is gonna go to Marta, and third one's gonna go to Sharok.
So the 22 hits me.
Okay. And then 23.
Oh yeah.
And 10. Okay. Didn't think so. Gotta roll some damage. Here we go. All right, first one to Bammy. Let's see. Let's do some math. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. 17.
I assume that's bludgeoning.
17 bludgeoning, yes.
So halved because I'm raging.
Yes.
So that's 8.
Yes. And Marta? 14 bludgeoning damage.
And it takes 15 cold.
Woo! You still have armor bag that's up, yes?
I do. I still have 1 point of it.
Nice. That was a good cast.
Yep. And then I was holding my action for it to try and hit me. I'm gonna try
Yes,
and
and
grab that tentacle.
It did. Yes! Roll athletics.
At advantage because raging.
Yes.
Natural 20.
Yes!
That's a 20 and a 19.
Perfect. Okay, let me get the right view here.
Yep. So I will say I am. How heavy? I am 245 pounds plus however much my equipment all is.
Let me check. Oh yeah, no, it pulls you up fine. Like, just fine. And layer, token layer. As you are yeeted. Of your own devising. Yeet! Boop. Actually, it should take damage from your rage as well. How many damages is it?
Well, no, I haven't done that yet.
Oh, it's a bonus action.
Yep.
That's right. It's not just for being there.
No.
Great. Cool. Did I roll everybody's damage? We only hit 2.
Correct.
Great. That's it. That's all I got. Right? Yeah. It hit people. It yeeted up. Yeah, we're good. Sharok.
Okay. I'm gonna try to climb one of these so I can get a actual like sight on this thing.
Gee, it's somehow worse now that I can see it. All right, Joseph. By that I mean Sharok. You can begin to climb. Make an athletics check.
I'm so good at those. I'm not bad at those. That's a 15.
Okay, you are able to make it up half your movement speed up this 80-foot pillar. Don't fall.
Gonna try not to.
Okay, great. Unless you would like to dash, in which case you can get even higher up because you
Yeah,
haven't
I'm
used your
gonna-
action or your bonus.
Yeah, I'm gonna dash.
Okay, you are 30 feet up an 80-foot pillar.
Sweet.
Do you have any climbing gear?
I do not.
Great, cool, Bammy. You are next to this dark shape in the darkness.
Yep. So I will start by doing my bonus action. So he takes, gosh, how much damage is it currently? Takes 3 fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ouch.
then I'm gonna try and hit him with my giant
Ooh.
cactus.
As you are pulled up, and you just kind of snarl at it, which makes that ripple of fire around you, it seems to impact him a little bit harder than you would expect.
Good to know.
Almost like he's vulnerable to fire.
Oh boy, this guy is not ready for this spicy meatball.
This is my meatball!
That's a meatball.
Yeah, I'm still gonna try and hit him with my weapon first though. So let's try and do that, shall we?
Oh, let's.
Not reckless, because he hits pretty hard.
Uh-huh.
That's a natural 19 plus.
That
stuff.
hits. Yeah. Plus nothing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Just gotta remember my damage. Yes, 2d6 plus stuff. So that's 10 plus 5 plus how much is my rage damage?
A lot.
I think it's only like 2, maybe it's
What?
4 right now.
Thought
I
it
think
was
it's-
4.
I think it's only 2 right now.
For some reason,
What?
it's not just showing up on my sheet. But yeah, right now it's only 2.
Boo.
But I need to remember that because I forgot it basically all of the last combat.
It's true. It would have been ended a lot sooner.
Yep, so that was, that's 17 damage total,
Okay.
bludgeoning.
Perfect. Okay.
And then I go for my second attack.
Oh, that was only the first attack. Right.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Natural 20!
Yes!
This boy is very regretful right now.
You want to eat me? Me?
Okay, that is 19 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Hold on, no. Is that?
Oh,
That's 10 plus 5, 17. Yeah, 19. Oh, I rolled really well with my other dice.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
And that is my turn. I will, yeah, because I would have had to not be holding on, so I assume I'm up on top of the ledge and now just trying to beat the body of this thing.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. Willow, you got a glimpse of this thing, and you heard a Bammy battle cry. Go. "Ah!"
Okay. Okay, the range is 6. Ah, it's only 60 feet. Okay. Can I try throwing the stone again?
Yes.
Okay. Let me roll that first. Well, that's a lot better. That's like 21.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So you throw the rock, and this time it lands perfectly on the edge and rolls like pro softball player Willow Al-Sahar throws the rock, and like it lands underneath the body of this thing and like seems to wedge, and the light just like shoots right up underneath it, and you can all see it perfectly well.
Perfect.
Well, I mean, when you can see it. Right now, it has 3/4 cover to everyone except Bammy.
Yeah. Okay, and I'm gonna try to it's 3/4 cover. I'm gonna try it anyways. I'm gonna try 2 guiding bolts.
Okay,
That sucker.
bring it. It's gonna wish it had 3/4 cover.
Ah, I think I probably whiffed that with a 4.
Ooh, yep.
Let's go. Bing.
You like twirl the spear around, maybe try to cast through it, and it just goes a little high. And by little, I mean a lot high. It's just a shooting star beacon flare, signal flare straight up.
There we go.
Still gotta
Woo!
calibrate your new weapon.
Yeah, I'm still breaking it in.
All right.
Okay,
Any
and
movement you want to
then-
do?
I might like duck around this sort of rock over here, so
Okay.
I feel like maybe a little bit of cover from its tentacles.
Okay. All right, and Marta.
Okay, it's we can kind of see it, but it's kind of covered. But she's
Right.
still gonna try and Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Bring it on.
Okay. Ooh, okay, that's a natural 19.
Plus.
That's a plus, a plus, a plus, a plus. What is my spellcasting plus? Yeah, I've forgotten how to play D&D. What is
Pretty
my
sure it's more than +2, so I'm pretty sure you had.
25. There we go.
Nice, it hits.
Okay. And that's a D10 plus 3 for agonizing blast. So that's 8 points of damage.
Perfect.
And we'll do it again.
Do it again.
That's another natural 19.
Perfect, that hits again.
Okay. Ooh, and that's 10 plus 2, so that's 13 points of force damage.
So how many?
13.
13 points of force damage. Okay. Any movement you want to do?
No? Are you crazy?
Are you sure?
She's staying right there. She's
You don't
not
wanna run?
moving. No, she's
Oh,
staying
why?
where she is.
But why?
Because it's real big and it has big tentacles and she does not like this. And what did the big snake person say? Something about like maybe making the first move's not a good idea. She's staying where she is.
Aw, adorable. Okay, it's Friend's turn. Okay, so Bammy, now that you can see it clearly, make me a wisdom saving throw. Oh god.
Okay, let me pull up my modifier.
Morgan,
That's another natural 20 for 22.
for 22?
Yep.
Good. You pass. Okay. Basically, as the light goes up underneath it, it's like the same effect of putting a flashlight under your face in the pitch dark, as this horrible, snarly, flayed creature just illuminated with these casting like terrible shadows. It's literally a nightmare. But you know what? It's a weaker creature's nightmare, Bammy. Like, what?
Bammy ain't
No.
scared.
Yeah, like maybe this is a nightmare you had when you were like 3. You're over it. You're over it, honestly. Try harder, crawling apocalypse.
I am this
And there's-
thing's nightmare.
Exactly, yes.
It's gonna be scared of me.
And you are unaffected. Okay. It's its turn now, though.
Yep.
So, it is going to. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. The like frayed bits of its flesh seem to like flat back down and like slide across its body, and like then like flat back open again, as its flesh seems to knit. As the best word I can think of.
Even though it took fire damage?
Did it? This round? Am I crazy?
Oh, I guess it's a new round,
Yes.
but it took it last round.
You're right. Right, because of the rage. You know what? It does that, and you're like, oh no, maybe it's gonna knit back together, but then it doesn't. Wow. Anyway,
I mean, for all I know, that effect could have
No,
nothing
you're
to do with
right.
fire damage.
you're right. I just am not all here. And now it's going to be like, no thanks, Tina. And it's gonna go as it basically like does this horrific thing where like it pulls its gross like jointy tentacles in, pulls them underneath itself, pushes up, and just kind of sidles over and like reaches some tentacles and moves.
Is it moving out of my
It
range?
is moving out of your reach.
So let me try and hit it.
Do it.
Well, that dice finally ran out of juice, but that's a gosh, what is that? That's a 12 to hit, which isn't going to be enough.
Nope.
Can I use my inspiration to give him advantage?
I don't think that's how it usually works. That's usually how luck works.
I just don't know. I've never actually used inspiration in D&D.
For this purpose, it's basically you can give yourself advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so Bammy tries to swing. You hear a disgruntled roar, and I guess you guys can mostly see it moving up there.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's still illuminated enough that you guys can see it because the light of the stone goes far enough that it still hits it where it moved. So you know where it moved to, those of you below. Okay, it moved. It hasn't acted. Great. It is going to at Bammy. I'm gonna start rolling these one at a time because otherwise I lose my mind. Okay, that is a 23.
That hits.
And math 14 bludgeoning halved to 7.
Okay.
And Willow 1 to you.
Yeah.
Doubt it. 14.
No.
Woohoo! And just near you as you just are able to sidle out of the way. And who else can it reach? Shark's on the other side, but it's gonna try, even though you have 3/4 cover from it. So add 4. Add 4 to your AC. It rolled a 26.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
What's your AC, Shara?
I'm currently not using my shield, so 17 plus 4 is 21.
21 is your
Currently, yes, with the rock between us.
Never mind.
Oh yeah, that would meet. Darn it.
Yeah.
Okay, but the damage you take is 10 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Okay. That was 1, 2, 3. Yep. Cool.
Oh,
Sharok.
There goes all your health.
Sorry. Yeah. I'm just.
You're 30 feet up.
I'm gonna dash climb.
Okay, roll athletics. Don't heck it up.
That's a -1 to 6.
-1. Yeah, 15's enough. You make it to the top of your hoodoo, and boy, it's a
Ooh.
hoodoo. And you need to make a wisdom save as you can see this thing clearly for the first time.
I'm gonna use my inspiration because that was terrible.
It's a good idea.
How about you roll on the thing?
Roll in the box.
Okay, so that's 17.
That just fits.
Oh no.
And so, as you see this thing with the shadows cast from the side of it, you see the same horrifying visage of this thing that shouldn't be alive, and honestly, maybe it's not. And you are frightened. You have the frightened condition. And you are going to be stunned next round.
Okay.
So frightened for a minute, stunned 1 round.
Okay.
Bammy?
To the top.
You did it!
Let's see. I'm gonna try and jump over to this hoodoo here so I can hit it.
What's your strength score?
20.
Yeah, you make it.
So I leap over there. I don't know if I'm close enough to get the body, but I definitely want to try and hit at it.
Yeah. I can't really see. Hold on, let me move this.
Yep.
So you land. Yeah, I think this curve's close enough that you can reach it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I may need to, move myself over to that end, and if
Yeah,
I need to, I
but-
can. It's another hop, skip, and a jump to get right up there.
Just share space with it. I mean, you can if you want.
Yeah, no. But so getting close to it, gonna try and hit it.
Okay.
That's a natural 1. Yep, I used up all the luck on that d20,
No.
but I got my second
Charge.
attack.
Okay.
That is 2 natural 1s in a row.
No.
But I'm gonna bonus action, so it still takes 3 fire damage.
It's a good idea for reasons that you are aware of.
Yep, because it's vulnerable, and I think Bammy is going to, he whiffed twice, and he's just like, "Argh!" Then kind of remembers, oh wait, it doesn't like fire!
He says out loud for everybody to hear. Willow, you just narrowly escaped with your life. Just kidding. But you just dodged a tentacle.
Did. Okay, can I... Okay, so Shark's like 80 feet up
80
on the
feet
top
up.
of this. Oh my gosh. So I probably can't see him, huh?
Correct. Well, it's a skinny little hoodoo. You can, I'll say yes.
Yeah, I can tell.
Just
that he's
for fun.
distressed.
For rule of fun, yes, you can see him.
Okay. And yeah, so like seeing that he looks like freaked out and like sort of stunned. I'm gonna try to climb closer to him.
Okay.
I'm trying to get within 30 feet of him so that I could cast Sanctuary.
You can do that, actually. If you use your action to dash... Wait, no.
'Cause
Yes?
it's a bonus action to do
Yeah.
Sanctuary.
Right, so 15-foot move, dash to go another 15. Yeah, so that's 30, 50... Oh, that wouldn't put you within 50 feet.
No? Darn.
Or that would put you within 50 feet.
Yeah. But the spell goes only 30. Ugh, dang it. Okay.
I'm gonna do a little this. A little loop. Nope, that's not what I wanted at all. Trying to grab Sharak here.
Hi.
You're 80 feet up.
Okay. Dang, that's like so far. Okay, I'm gonna just try to Guiding Bolt it again.
Okay. Go for it. It only has half cover on this smaller ledge.
Gosh dang it, I'm not good at these. That's like only a 12.
No!
Dang it.
As you blast off blast off! No, as you blast off some rocks from the ledge it's standing on, and its tentacles like wrap around it and like reposition and it like slides and sends a cascade of gravel down from the impact, but makes no impact with its body.
Okay. Okay, bonus, I can... Okay, that's within 60 feet. So that's not quite to it. Unless I climb up. Maybe if I start climbing up there to where Shark is. So I can't do it this round, but use my movement
Okay.
speed to maybe start kind of like stows, kind of like puts spear on like back and like starts like climbing up.
Okay. So
And
you can make
then-
it 15 feet up.
Yeah. And then while doing so,
Athletics check, please.
okay. Athletics
only
check.
fair.
Oh, that was really good. 19?
Yeah, you do it. You go up 15 feet.
Yeah. Okay. So I climb up there, and while climbing, cast Spiritual Weapon.
Ooh.
So it's
Okay.
not quite to the thing, I don't think, because the range is 60 feet. So if I go, well,
It's close enough. It's right next to it. It's right
Okay.
next to it. I'll
And I
give
think
it to
you
you.
can still move it on this cast, right?
Yeah. you can move
let
it
me
to
click the
anything.
thing.
And what does your spiritual weapon look like, my dear?
It looks like a it's like a large broadsword that has like sort of like the symbol of Orizana engraved in the guard, and like the end, like the hilt, has sort of these like streamers that look like shooting stars.
Ooh. Love it.
And-
Okay, I'm trying to get a sword.
A sword.
Picture of a sword. Give me a sword.
Yeah, but it's like a well used sword.
Aww.
It's not shiny
Terrifying.
and very new.
All right, this is the best I can do.
Okay. Perfect.
Needs a sword.
Okay,
That's
sword.
sword.
Sword do a attack if I can. Can I do that?
Yeah, I'm just gonna put it right here.
Okay.
It can attack this turn, yes.
Okay.
Damn it.
Let's do this die for the sword. That was much better. Good job, sword.
You're welcome.
That's a 24.
24 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super hits. Dog.
Okay. So 1d8 plus my spell casting. Oh, that's an 8. So plus spell casting, I think, is plus 3. So 11.
11 force damage.
Yes.
Ouch.
Sort of like
This thing-
swipes at it.
Is harmed.
Good. It should be.
And that is your turn, I think.
Yes. I did a lot of things.
You did. Marta.
Okay, all my friends are up high in the air, and I don't really like this at all. And oh boy, okay. The Eldritch Blast.
From your angle, it only has half cover.
Okay, so that's a 20 then.
Hits.
Yes. That's a 9 plus 3 is 12 points of force damage.
Ouch. It
And-
is bloodied.
Good. Better be. And another one. Okay, I lost my dice. Where did it go? Well, 18.
That just hits with half cover.
Ooh, okay. 10 plus 3 is 13.
Excellent. And it takes these hits of. Are they still purple, these Eldritch Blasts?
Yeah, Bass hasn't shown up, so, just there may be like a bit more of a faded purple than before.
Oh, buddy.
We're a little scared. We haven't talked to Bass in a while, so, yeah, but yeah, they're still purple.
Okay. As these little jaggedy, ripply bolts pierce this hide, the gross, leathery, nasty hide of the crawling apocalypse. Yeah. Do you want to move at all by chance? Maybe get back in reach? I mean, what?
No. Okay. Scared for my friends, and I want to get closer because I can do shieldy things, but I also don't climb very well. Last time I climbed a tree, I kind of broke my leg. So,
I love the idea of Marta being like, I would climb after you, but last time I climbed a tree, I broke my leg. As they're like, everyone's looking down this crawling apocalypse. It's like, cool story, bro.
no, for real, you really don't want me up there like that. That would be bad. So, she'll stick.
Okay, friend's turn. Well, still no unholy regeneration, but we're gonna whack a dragon. Whack-a-mole.
It can try.
Natural 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Here we go. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not that bad. It's 22.
So 11.
Bludgeoning, half to 11.
Okay.
And now to hit Willow and Sharok, you both add a plus. Willow add a +2, Sharok add +4 to your AC.
Okay.
To Willow, 14 again.
No.
To Sharok, 15.
That misses.
Great. Cool. Oh wait, no, you didn't get a plus anything. You're on top of it. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm on top. That still
It
misses.
doesn't matter.
though.
It still misses. Okay, great. Cool. It doesn't like Bambi very much. It's very warm.
Mm-hmm.
So 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, it's like in the middle of crossing the span between the smaller hoodoo. I'm pointing at my screen like you can see my finger. Between this one and this one, but it can't quite get far enough.
Okay, so it's still within my reach. It has not left yet.
Correct. And Sharok,
Hi.
you're stunned, but you are welcome to think about your life and your choices.
So does the stun not go away till the end of this turn?
Correct.
Because it. Okay.
Because you haven't had your round stunned, right?
Well, I figured that was last round. Okay.
Well, you had already used your action to dash, so it was your next turn you would be stunned.
Cool.
I rolled a d4 and you only got one round, so Hey, Bammy.
Yeah, Bammy is not pleased at this recent turn of events and is gonna start getting a little reckless. Reckless attacks.
Oh boy.
That is another natural one. That one though is
Oh no. Things are
a
balancing.
yeah. That was a I rolled a 7, so plus a 15 to hit.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have gone through all my d20s. Time to circle back around.
Are you charging them? Are you charging
They've
them?
rested.
Throwing
They've
them
been
to
in
the boss?
timeout.
Yep.
Maybe they've learned.
Second attack. Still reckless. Not much better, but that's an 18.
That hits.
Woohoo!
Okay. That's decent damage. 14 bludgeoning.
Woo.
And
Yep.
then bonus action, he takes 3 more fire damage.
Ooh.
Which
Hold
do
on, I'm
not
doing
like.
math. Okay.
So all told, that should be 20 damage.
Yes. Did my math correctly. Bam. Okay. It gets whacked. You are like, snapping bones at this point. Like you're ramming into the body and like sometimes like batting tentacles away as they come at you. Or like after they hit you, you like get them off you by hitting them, and you feel the reverberation of like snapping bone beneath your sagmallo as its gross, stitched-looking hide is not holding up well anymore. Anything else?
Nope, that was everything.
Willow, it's your turn. I got something in my eyes.
Oh, I'm Zoe. Okay,
Go ahead,
I'm gonna climb up this a little further so I can see Bammy pretty good.
Yep.
And I'm gonna healing word him as a bonus at 3rd level. Okay.
Get him.
Oh, so did you dash up?
Um,
Because you go 15 feet with just your movement, 30 if you dash. And you're currently at 15 feet, so if you just move, you're 30 feet up. If you dash, you'd be 45.
But
Okay.
at 30, I should be within the 60 feet of healing word, correct?
Sure, that sounds like the hypotenuse. Sure.
math.
Sure,
I know.
sure,
I was
sure.
like trying to do this like math stuff. Okay.
Doesn't
Okay. You get 9 heaps back. It's not very much.
That's
better
good.
than
0.
Okay, and I'm gonna turn that off so it doesn't auto roll those next time. Gets you a little bit of heaps, and yeah. And now I'm closer to the top, but not quite all the way there.
Okay.
Climb.
All right, Marta.
Okay, I guess we have to move a little bit closer, don't we? She will very, very tentatively come over here. Get a
Okay.
little closer.
Okay.
And yeah, Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Ow, my eyes. I'm going blind, you guys.
Woohoo! 18 plus 6 is a 24.
Oh yeah, that hits. Even with its half cover.
That's a 6 plus 3 is 9.
Oh wait,
points
it
of-
doesn't have any cover right now. Okay.
9 points
damage.
of force.
Youch.
And oh, I don't think that well, that's a 10, so that's probably not gonna hit. Nope, it doesn't. Well, darn. Yep. Is looking up at this little hoodoo and like, I don't like. Baz, where are you? Oh, and that's our turn.
Okay. Friend's turn. He's not a fan of how he's feeling right now.
Neither are we.
He's not. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong creature. Here we go. Still not a fan. Let's see here. It is going to use 2 of its actions to lash out at Bammy.
Both at advantage.
Oh, just once. Alright, that's 18 to hit. And a natural 20 with advantage.
Okay.
So, it lashes around you. Instead of whacking into you and retreating quickly, it lashes around you. And then is going to attempt to yeet you.
Now, is it trying to throw me or reel me in?
Oh, yeet. It's yeeting you.
Can I
That?
Can I use an athletics check to hold on?
Sure. I'll allow it.
All right, I am raging, so I'm gonna try and hang on to this tentacle. That's pretty good. That is a 27 athletics to hold on.
It did beat its yeet roll of 19. So it's going to try and fling you. I'm still going to take you say that you take some damage from
Yeah.
like
Whiplash.
whiplash. But I'll say it's halved because why not? Also, it was literally gonna spike you straight to the ground, 80 feet down. So, good job.
Yeah.
Okay, that's still an uncomfortable amount. You take 17 whiplash damage.
Okay, half to 8.
I'll say it's halved. It's physical damage.
Well, because raging. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's physical
yeah.
damage, so it's halved.
It's internal bludgeoning.
Yeah. Literally, it is. Okay, and then it has one more attack, but no one else is nearby, so it's just while it's holding you, it's gonna whack you against the ground. I'm gonna say it has advantage because it's holding on to you.
And reckless attack.
Oh, and
so.
it's the whole round?
Yep, until my next turn,
Okay, well, that's an unnatural 20.
which hits.
Okay. That's nowhere near as bad. 9 bludgeoning damage, halved to 4.
Okay.
It just, boop, just bops you into the ground. Boop. It's like, get off of me, Sharok.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Bammy,
Okay.
giving him a +2 to his AC, and that drops my Divine Favor.
Okay.
And then I am going to bardically inspire Bammy.
Okay.
As I shout across this chasm, Bammy, you are the toughest dragon I have ever known. Kill this thing.
Aw.
So you get a D6.
Okay.
And Bammy, it is your turn.
So I'm going to try and, as it recoils back, trying to time one of the things so that basically I'm leaping off of the tentacle and trying to come down on top of it with the Sagmalo.
Okay.
This is going to be reckless.
Mm-hmm.
21 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
16 bludgeoning.
Woo. Nelly.
And then my second attack.
Uh-huh.
Still reckless.
Uh-huh.
That's even more. That's 25 to hit.
Yeah, that's super hits.
14 bludgeoning.
Woo.
And then as I kind of land, I guess, over on this part of the hoodoo, I just, do a relatively little roar at it in bonus action. It takes more fire damage.
Rawr. Ah, no, not the fire damage.
As opposed to my full flame breath attack. It is a little...
I forgot you had that.
Yeah.
I haven't.
But it's technically less DPS than if I land my hits.
Is it? Even if it's vulnerable to it?
Yeah, I have to remember how much I do with it. I think... Let's see. Anyway. Go on, that is my turn.
Okay. Willow, you are 30 feet off the ground on an 80-foot hooroo-doo-doo.
Okay. I'm just gonna make my sword. Oh, I can't grab it. Wait,
I didn't
let me
give you control.
switch. Oh, okay.
Controlled by Morgan.
Wow,
Save.
that's small. Okay, gonna attack. Gonna do a stab.
Stab.
Leave my friend alone. No. I'm rolling poop. Let's see. That is only a 10.
Doesn't get through the hide, though it does make contact.
Okay. And let me switch. Oh, it's supposed to be at 30 feet of me. Okay. I'm just gonna keep trying. Hang on. Darn, I did not prepare so many healing spells today. I didn't realize this was gonna happen. I'm just gonna try to cure wounds again at 3rd level.
Cure
Cure
wounds
wounds
is
are-
Not cure
touch?
wounds. I meant healing word.
Yeah.
I meant the healing words. Okay, and then I'm gonna do it at 3rd level again. So.
Didn't you just attack with the
Wait.
spiritual weapon as your bonus?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh wait, it's a bonus. Shoot.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, but I just remembered that I have a thing as like a light cleric that you
Light
get
cleric.
bonus when I heal.
Yes.
So I should have given you more last round.
Oh,
You get.
I'll allow it.
Oh, okay. Thank you for
You
allowing that. You should get 5 more. Keeps.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm just gonna keep climbing. I guess gonna try to get to the top. So I use my action to dash, so let's send. Hang on, I'm on the 3rd. 30 feet up? Is that what that 3 means?
Yep.
Okay. So then I gotta go 15. Okay, so I'm at 60 feet now.
Here we go. 60 feet off the ground. Oh, I haven't been making you have athletics checks. Roll an athletics check.
Okay. Ah,
Don't fall.
thanks. 8.
Well, you fall,
Yeah.
but you didn't make it
Ouch.
60 feet up, so you only fall 30 feet.
Okay.
Allow me to roll.
Oof.
It's not bad. You only take 6 bludgeoning damage.
So just get the wind knocked out would be real good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And I think that's your turn.
Yes.
As Marta, you're like, I don't want to climb that. And then Willow falls on the other side. You look, and she's on the ground, prone.
Now you see why I don't climb things. And Eldritch Blast.
I was gonna say, and it's your turn.
19.
19 hits.
Whew.
Even, yes.
8 force damage.
8. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
That's 14 plus 6 is 20.
That hits.
They're like lighter purple and like a lighter purple. They're almost like a gray now. Oh. 10 plus 3 is 13 points of
Woo!
force damage.
All right. It is not looking good. Like, the tentacles it hasn't been using, you realize it's been using those to, like, move. And they were already, like, stumpy and, like, folded in on each other. Like, half of it was, like, it was halved, and the other part was, like, wrapped around it. And even those are starting to, like, bow under its weight. As it is not looking good. It didn't look good before. Like, it was an ugly piece of crap. But now it's, like, looking sad and ugly. Unfortunately, it is the friend's turn. And the friend does not want this hot potato. And it is going to attempt to yeet you.
I will try and hold on again.
Oh, it does have advantage.
Okay.
It rolled a 24.
I mean, that hits.
Well, yes. I've been basically, if you beat it, you hold on to it. Like, if you beat 24, you hold on.
That's 28.
Yeah, so you hold on. You don't get spiked like a volleyball,
Yep.
but you do get whiplashed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's still almost minimum damage. 8
Almost.
8 bludgeoning, half to 4.
Yep.
And it still can't reach the other, so it's gonna try and punch you in the face.
Yep.
Okay, that hits, but advantage. Okay, not a natural 20, so we're good. 14 bludgeoning, half to 7.
Okay.
And it, because I forgot to have it finish its move last time, it's gonna finish its move with you in tow. Read it. Is that 20 feet? Whatevs. Whatevs. And that's its turn. Sharok.
Okay. So I'm concentrating on things, so I'm actually going to take the disadvantage attack that I have because I'm frightened.
Okay.
But that's a natural 1.
As your shot goes wide, as you feel like you are staring a disgusting, whirling, snarling mass of death in the face. Well, in the butt. In the octopus butt. Arguably worse.
Yep. So, yeah, that's my turn because I've got stuff going.
Okay. And Bammy.
So I think as this thing is like trying to thrash me around and tries to hit me, is like holding me up and looking at me, and Bammy's like, it needs to make a dex save.
Oh, okay. What is its dex save? Well, okay. Okay.
Needs to beat a 15.
It does not. It rolls a 13.
Okay, and I clicked that so we could see it, but I'm rolling real dice.
Yes.
Well, I rolled the same thing as that, but so that's 9 fire damage. But if
Okay.
it's vulnerable,
It is. So it takes 18.
yep.
Whoo, boy! It, the fire breath hits it square in like the gross, bulbous yet beady, nasty like, octopus face, octopus eyes. But it immediately catches on its skin, and the fire just spreads, and all of those frayed flaying bits just are burning and like burn down, like burn off, and like there are bits of it falling, burning down into the chasm below. It's gross. It smells gross. It looks gross. Don't know how much, how more I can impress upon you.
Yep.
How gross it
Is it still up?
So is it gross?
It is. It's gross and alive, but barely.
Bonus action, the aura, it takes 6 more fire damage after the vulnerability.
And it precisely dies.
Hey!
6 hit points left.
Hey!
As it starts falling apart, and it's like trying to decide if it still wants to try and yeet this hot potato or not. And Bammy just the anime style, woof, this like heat wave just racks into it, and the tentacles just kind of burn off, and like the one holding Bammy just falls onto the hoodoo he's above, and it just like burns and crisps up, and like when you burn a hair, and it's like it basically does that. It's like that. What's that sound again? Like that.
Like that.
And it is dead. Good job, team.
Yay.
Oh man, so we see like, because we just see, because it had moved out of like, because it's so far up and over that like we couldn't see it, but we just see this like woof of fire.
Yeah, Shark can see all of it, but those of you on the
Yeah.
ground just see these
The other two
flaming
of us
bits.
were like,
you can
"Oh."
see these like bits of light further into the cavern, like between bends of hoodoos. You see these like flaming bits of flesh falling down, and then there's just poof of heat and fire, and then this kind of like thump and a not a smack, but like a heavy thump as Bammy also lands.
I think he got it.
Oh yeah, you did.
It is dead.
I'm gonna levitate myself down.
Oh.
Seems safe.
Bammy
Yeah.
is going to kind of pull one of the tentacles, unless they're like so tightly wound up, and is going to swing down.
I'll allow it for the rule of cool. They're pretty
Yeah.
brittle, and it like snaps into pieces as soon as you land, but you land safely.
Yeah. I think Bammy actually looks at it, snaps, is like, I was gonna pull it down with that. Well, I've heard of those things. They were mostly rumors. Now I will know that those are not rumors, and can suitably scare the next hoity-toity folk that go through on another caravan.
That,
Wait, so
that was an
every-
apocalypse, huh?
Every story we've ever heard is actually real.
I don't know about every story.
I'm just gonna assume that everything's real now. I'm glad I don't sleep.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
Sort of like that's smart. It's gonna be okay.
Bammy will end the rage so that the aura is not there, even though it wouldn't be harmful right now. Well, I suppose probably for the best. It's stuck up there, although we'll take the people around this far side so they don't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
When Bammy gets to us, I'm just gonna put a hand on his shoulder and give him all 10 points of lay on hands.
Hey.
Okay.
All
right.
I'm also gonna prepare. I'm gonna start casting prayer of healing. It takes 10 minutes to cast.
Okay.
So yeah, I think
So-
Marta and I or whoever can go
Start
back
saying
and start
that prayer.
getting them.
Yeah.
Grab the group.
Yeah, as you're grabbing them, I'm gonna set up dancing lights. So it's like, follow the light path around that thing.
Yep.
It is above, so if you let everybody through this, they wouldn't be able to see it anyway. Because it's 80 feet up and crispified.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everything's fine. Just come this way and just keep your eyes peeled forward and just follow the lights. Just keep looking straight ahead. That's right.
And as you're gathering everybody up, going to the places where you like tucked them away, everybody's fine. People were just kind of chilling. It's only been like what, a minute maybe since you left them.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gathering these people. A few of them actually didn't listen to directions very well and left their spaces and kind of gathered together and were like just sitting, like basically playing jacks or Chinese checkers essentially in the ground. And Marta, there's actually one face that you recognize-ish, but don't, who's playing Chinese checkers with everyone. And as you're gathering everybody up and everyone's standing up, and they're like, oh man, I was gonna win. And everyone's getting back up and walking away. This new face turns to you, hands you a shell. I was like, look what I found. Hands it to you. And it's a spiral shell, but kind of flat. You flip it over and it's like a completely different color on the other side. Just like this beautiful, unique find. And
Did you find this here in the sand?
I did. And then as you look back down at it again, you feel a hand on your shoulder, and the voice says, you had it handled. And when you look back up, the person's gone.
Thanks, Bass. I'm gonna tuck it in my bag. I'll look at it later.
And as everybody gathers back together, there are a few people of like, hey, where'd that guy go? Like, he has my money. And everybody gathers back together. You guide them through the crawling apocalypse zone. And none of them are the wiser, honestly. As you continue your trek toward the city of Red Rise and safety, that is where we will close. Good job, everyone. Well done. Welcome back to Tidefall. We'll see you again next week, where we definitely won't get up into any more desert shenanigans.
Done.
Of course not.
Why would we do that?
Why would that happen?
The moral of this episode is believe in yourself. Hang in there.
Especially hang on to tentacles before they
Hang
eat
on.
you.
Hang on to those tentacles. Don't
Don't
believe
get
everything you
yeeted.
see on the internet. Thank you for watching Tidefall, especially you, G, for that loot drop.
Hey, G.
Yep.
Thank you again.
Thanks.
join us for our shows for the rest of this week.
All myths are true tomorrow. Morgan and I doing something spooky Friday. Saturday night Sarthia Saturday. In the title, Slam 101 with costumes on Sunday. And then, yeah, keep your eyes peeled on all the stuff we got going on.
And thank you again. Good game. Good night, Internet.
Good night, Internet.
Good night, Internet.